Give me those pictures of Spider-Man.
What was it Joel found during like the fappening? It was just like some guy posting on a forum. It's like, stop sending me pictures of naked women and get me pictures of Spider-Man.
That's pretty funny, actually.
It's like, finally.
Oh, does it need to go back at all, or are we at the right?
Looks good.
Okay.
We're probably fine.
I couldn't tell with the table being empty.
It looks like us.
Well, I just make sure. I just want to know if it needed to go back at all or not.
Well, are these nice sweatshirt, by the way.
Thank you. I know.
It's a pretty beefy guy. He's got 53 hit points.
I know.
The AC's kind of mad, though.
Well, it depends on how many hit dice he is, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
also-
hit die got 53 hit points.
15 AC
Judging by
with
the
a
strength,
10
maybe
dex
a
wearing a sweatshirt.
Strength and con, some kind of barbarian.
That's fair.
Wisdom with an 8. But he's got a pretty high intelligence, though.
Well, yeah, you got to make high quality dad jokes.
He's got to be good at making things.
Yeah.
He's handsy. You know.
Ooh,
Not very
the
wise,
Not So Little Party went live.
Jack
Watch
of all
that
trades.
Did it? I can't see it.
Oh, it's like...
Oh god,
I
those
ain't
guys
there.
again? Ugh.
Yeah.
shit. Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, hey, look, guys, the Not So Little Party is live. I should go watch it.
If you want to.
You can dance if you want.
You can leave your friends behind.
You can leave your friends behind.
Because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're
No friends of mine.
I don't dance. Is that not your friend?
Well,
So,
sorry, bro.
Oh, it's,
Yeah,
this
gotta
is
go
the
learn
lovely
to
part
dance.
where...
You should. You really should.
But Matt, do you dance? That was a terrible dance.
you can
I
bounce.
was a terror. Yeah.
Oh,
Those guys
those
are
are the
not
coolest
used.
gloves I've ever seen. They're partial fingerless gloves.
Oh.
So these three are fingered, and then these are fingerless.
Oh, nice.
For, like, specifically doing the dexterous work you need to do.
Or for like using your phone.
Or, like, using your phone. I'm thinking about in context of...
French D20s
Yeah.
letting me know. Oh, I bought this in Paris for €1.
Hell yeah.
Silly French. Just because I feel like saying so.
La France.
So.
Le Français.
Les Français.
Something like that.
Who phones up?
Les Français, mademoiselle.
It's like, no, you don't. Now shut up.
Je ne parle pas français, monsieur.
Oui, oui.
He said oui.
C'est quoi?
What's he gonna do next? Talk about his duty?
El doo-doo.
Weird.
El poo-poo.
Office. Well, what's the verdict, coroner? Well, it appears he drowned in shit. So he was nailed out.
Oh.
Here you go, Spencer. Spencer, I don't think you've seen this yet.
God damn it.
What were the ones that we had?
Huh?
What were all the... we had this, we had your anarchy is bullshit. We added in eat a Snickers. So what was-
Papers.
Papers. I almost feel like we should add in, like, we built a windmill.
Oh, gosh.
Some really obscure shit.
Routine maintenance. Oh, that was a great situation.
That was one of the silliest things I think we've done.
It turned out way too well for what it was. Just that follow-on with the opposite. It's like, what are these men doing? They're fixing the ship. Wait, no!
Oh, right. Well,
They're totally supposed to be here.
Couldn't tell
No!
He couldn't tell the truth. Is that what it was?
Yes!
What spell was that?
They are trusted and allowed in this area.
Correct!
I can't remember off the top of my head what that spell was, but oh my god, was it a
It
beautiful
was a
spell.
really good bard spell.
I love bard spells.
It's like that and glibness. It's like, God.
Well, glibness is just kind of dumb.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if you
That
look at
spell
it,
was-
like
It's plus 10 or plus 20?
30.
Oh. So that's almost, if you're equivalent level, you cannot detect the lie.
No, pretty much.
Someone has to be like at least 10 levels higher than you and like
Like
specializing
even
in
with
sense motive.
modifiers for being an unbelievable lie, like a plus 30 is kind of ridiculous to a charisma-based character.
That's a whole lot of, like, just like, where's the lie memes? Where is the lie? I don't know.
We should add some really obscure old school The Not So Little Party quotes like monkey, monkey, monkey. Or
Oh
something.
gosh.
No!
No, oh, okay, we'll think of another quote then.
I was almost finished!
Oh, you hit refresh or something?
I actually hit back.
Oh, no.
Go back on the-
I'm
Okay, it
very
did say the
good
last
sword.
one I did.
Okay, that's good.
20.
So anywho,
Who was that?
we'll go ahead and talk about D&D and
Not
maybe
a,
some
not
of
a
you will
specific
listen.
who, but any who.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Any of the
decided
who's
this
doesn't
plan
really
was
matter.
foolish. We have decided to
Could
go
it at
after
least
the
be the
Dutchman
littlest
again.
who?
The flying.
If you want.
We can go after the Dutchman?
Oh, I like this plan.
No,
I actually did not catch your Spencer says. I'm worried.
I've already told Austin and Mish that we need more fish content, so we're actually just gonna go straight into the bay.
More fish.
More
More
fish,
fish
content.
content.
Do you know what fish content is?
No.
We gotta
That's
have
what
fish
the,
content.
That's what the people want. They want fish content.
Everyone wants fish content.
It's official.
I just learned what this was like an hour ago.
A little bit.
We're doing fish content, right?
We're doing fish content now.
Fish content.
Matt, should I be worried?
Okay, don't worry. We're doing pirates on Monday, so there'll be more fish content on Monday.
I think this will catch us some
Why
viewers.
We'll really reel them in this way.
Welcome to school.
We'll have a whale of a time.
It's on a fish!
Sorry.
We're about fish content, not mammal content, Brandon.
Brandon, you're so off brand!
Well, most of these were good lines.
Dude, Brandon, your
Okay.
kernel of knowledge last week or last session was like the best ever.
I'll see my way out.
C-S-E-A.
Well, carp ADM.
The scale to which that we're like committed to this bit is pretty good.
Oh my god. Guys, I've lost the guilt of it.
I hate Paul.
I'm not the only one.
As I'm laughing, we're trying to think of the next fish.
Yes. Can you please finish this conversation?
I'm gonna start throwing metal dice at you.
That's how was the session. It went swimmingly.
Guys, what are we doing?
No, that's a chemistry joke, not fish content.
I'll have some H2O2.
Wait, he died.
No, you don't.
Died.
Oh, Lord.
Hey,
boy.
what up? It's the villain.
It's the one true villain. He's come to take all of our fish content.
No, leave it alone.
I'm fine with it. Please take it all away. All of it.
Are you here for fish content? Gentlemen and Harry.
Oh, man.
That's what I envisioned for my character from Matt's game.
Hey, Austin, you're a Cyclops
Oh, nice.
now.
Yay!
Well,
Nice.
it's like,
How
I've always
appropriate.
been a cyclops.
oh, it's been Cyclops.
He has always been a cyclops.
But now he really is a Cyclops.
No, please do tell us what your favorite fish is. See, he is here for fish content. I knew it.
Fish content.
That's what the people want. They want fish
I'm
content.
very excited.
I'm gonna go with mackerel.
A bobby fish. Ah, dang it, bobber.
Oh, dang it, Bobber.
It's fine.
All right. So, last time, like a month or so ago-ish when we played, you guys had some fun little things. You went to this little city, by little, it's not actually very little, called Quarantine, where there's a big old bridge, like 15 miles long, that connects like 2 continents or something like that. The city.
Is it something like that, or is it exactly that? I
It
don't
is
know.
exactly like that.
Okay, so it's not something like that. It is that.
It is that.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and actually, in Pathfinder, canon is broken. It is something like that, but here it's literal that.
But yeah, that's why I clarify. Was it literally like that, or was it something like that? If it's something like that, then our mission's complete and we don't have to do this anymore.
The whole
was for
one I
something
think
like
cracks me up. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you didn't lie to me. I think we were further than that in our friendship.
Hey, sometimes a little white lie is very important to keeping a good.
What about
healthy
black lives,
friendship
huh?
alive.
Black lives matter.
That's racist.
That was good.
Black
That
lives
was
matter,
good.
huh?
That was good.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway.
Let's see if we kill this thing tonight. I don't know.
I don't know.
What
What do you?
No, you remember. He doesn't.
This thing.
No,
No,
our characters
I'm
remember.
sure
We
Galir
don't.
remembers just fine.
So let's do
It's
our
a
recap.
goddamn nightmare.
It's the monster that was made from the scars and time that we're creating.
So
Essentially.
Well,
definitely,
those
what
are
needs
the
to
spider
happen
ones.
next time is that we focus the thing that we decided to save for last.
Hey, I focused it damn well.
Yeah, but you're not the only one out of our party of 4.
So, what happened
and
last time?
armors.
You guys went to quarantine.
Chicks
You
that
decided you need to
strategically
somehow
Body
break the
wrappings.
bridge. So you decide to host a little rebellion or so by doing stuff like writing a manifesto, killing the people running the slave market,
Right, but-
releasing a couple hundred slaves.
Very important question. What song was playing on the radio when we all woke up today?
Oh, that is actually a really important question.
It's the best day ever.
Oh, what's a radio?
I
station?
got you.
Best day
Is
ever.
it Sonny and Cher?
Probably
I
Sonny
see
and
a
Cher.
Was-
red door and
Was it a
I
song
want
in Groundhog Day?
Huh?
Was there a song in Groundhog Day when he kept waking up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you, babe. Every single morning.
Because I know when
Yeah, his alarm was the radio.
Yeah.
when Supernatural did their Groundhog Day episode, there was a song to it. I just can't remember which one it was.
Put your hand in mine.
Yeah, that's all.
That's the one.
That was.
Exactly.
That's the one.
I now know exactly.
So,
what it's-
Brock, I think our game plan is to just pretend like we're just hallucinating and just go through this whole exact day exactly the same as the first time.
Well, that's not what Maldrick wanted to do at the end of last session.
Yeah,
so,
but that's what Maldrick's doing now because that was a month and a half ago, and I don't remember what Maldrick wanted to do, so it doesn't matter.
That's
anymore.
why I'm trying to say
Oh,
what happened last time.
you wanted to tattle on the time people and talk to Amoka.
Oh yeah, because I was mad because I had to redo everything. I was like, nope, Amoka, you fix this.
We do have the that one guy we could talk to who knows about time and stuff. He might be able to help us out.
The fate guy.
Yeah, the guy who gave us his wish, or this. He used his wish to give us a way to contact him.
I wish we had a way to contact him.
But we do.
Oh,
right
look.
here.
Yeah, I have.
We already wished for that.
My
we got it.
character has the scroll that he gave us to specifically summon him.
Yes.
But anyway, so finishing our recap.
So long as we're all willing and ready to
Yeah, went
tell
through a
this guy
rebellion.
who we are.
We beat up. We freed some slaves. We killed some slave owners. We had some ruckus in the town, and then we fought a bunch of hounds, and then that thing, and then that thing was about to fucking die. It was really fucking close, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna send you guys back in time 22 hours. Fuck you, kids."
More than
Punk-ass
less.
piece of shit.
Yeeted you back in town.
Yeah, like a bitch.
But we've still had the conversation with the noble setting up like what we should do.
Oh, with the noble, yes.
So our initial conversation was still there.
Yeah.
It's just we didn't have this night
Or tomorrow
releasing
day.
the slaves, or was
Oh,
it this
hey.
the night where we killed
Sup, Brooke?
Hey Brooke.
You released the slaves. You were setting up to kill the ones running the slave trade.
That would have been
Yep.
tonight is we would have killed them.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next day, you printed and released the People's Manifesto.
Yep.
And then you decided to firebomb the governor's house, and running from that, like, ha ha ha, the people have spoken, blah blah blah. That's when the thing jumped you.
And this is probably us pulling aside while Nils is like, nothing's wrong, and telling Nils that this is what we did, and then we went back in time. Nils is like,
Because everyone passed the save to remember what happened out of you four, besides Nils.
Nils is just like, okay.
And Jorminger. Jorminger also fails.
Oh, right. Yes.
He's
Less
like,
important.
But yes.
wait, does your archetype like actually give you a
Sentient
intelligent
weapon?
item
Yes.
with its own set of?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it actually gave you that.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
the
you
Black
sold-
Bait is
Oh,
an
he is.
intelligent
Oh, he
weapon
is.
with its
I just don't
own
remember.
sets
Nice.
of
He's
just
goals
like,
and
Okay.
all of that rules for being an intelligent
I can
magical
buy
weapon.
this.
And
In all honesty, I thought you were flavoring that this entire time.
Nope.
nope.
It's a real
Okay.
thing.
Nils
It's
just
a
really
thing.
wants.
I know it's a real thing.
Nils is still disappointed that we never formed the Taldoran infiltration team
Oh, right.
I still think that was a pretty
and the
solid plan.
Andorran
Ongoing
sabotage
infiltration
squad.
team.
It's funny.
They had a couple good ones for what they could use for acronyms.
So yeah, we'll just. Hey, this is bullshit. Can we go home?
Here you go.
So, do we as a party want to contact Amoka or Vickle, the fate that we talked to?
Amoka.
Vickle. I would want to talk to Vickle.
I want to talk to Amoka.
Do we do Amoka first?
Sure.
We can.
You sound so
We
enthused
can.
about
We
that.
can call. We can call Amoka a million times, and then eventually he'll probably get bored of answering. I don't know how many times we can call Vickle.
Well, the assumption is that we would summon him, and we'd ask him really nicely to use his wish for this year to give us another scroll.
That is the idea.
Yeah,
That was what he said he could do. As long as there was at least a year in between, he could do it.
But we're more forward in time than the last time we talked
Yes.
to him, so therefore he will remember us.
Correct.
Yeah, so let's try Sullivan first.
Do we have, because we have the team telepathic bond, does that telepathic bond let us communicate to Mocha, or do we have to like actually mundanely find him?
I think we have to just call him on our cell phones.
I never explicitly said what it was because it never came up enough, but you have a magical way to contact him to meet with him. Yeah.
Okay.
So like sending stuff.
So we'll send him
magical cell phones, yeah.
We'll send him DEFCON 1 or 5, whichever one's the worst layer of magical security.
We'll
You
say
don't
one.
know that off the top of your head, Brandon? Gosh dang.
I always get it backwards.
Hey there, Mocha.
What's it like outside this city? Bet you're not fighting bad guys who turn out to be really shitty. Send us back in time.
Bottle cap.
But only kind of sort of not seeing ourselves. Our minds went back in time.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to bring my second set of bottle caps to show you. 'cause
Oh,
I gotta make it.
how the fuck does that work? Mocha, how does our minds go back in time without our
So does he come to us,
bodies?
or we go to him?
He'll basically meet you outside the city.
Okay. So once we get there,
Everything I just said in song, but like in words.
yeah, we'll.
Hey there, Mocha.
I'm sorry, I need you to repeat the song.
No.
What the fuck?
So
That's verbatim what
Yeah.
it was.
So we didn't know that
Abbreviated
creature
for you.
could send us back in time. So does that mean that we failed our initial knowledge checks against the creature?
It means you didn't get everything.
Okay,
Did
so
we get a name of it?
Yeah, we
It's a
got.
time dimensional.
So yeah, the fuck up with time dimensions.
So it had the big one that did that was the time dimensional, and the other two that were with it, which were not as nasty as it, was a Mizui Skid Tempora.
yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Sig
that.
Tempora.
But I'm just gonna ask him time dimensional. What the fuck's up with that?
Basically, you just say that he's like, oh,
Yeah. Today happened already. Today happened flawlessly already.
Yeah, which I suppose we could do it all again and then try to focus all our efforts on this time dimensional the next time we see him. However, that does seem like, waste of time.
Well,
thank you, mate.
minus the pun, that's not a bad idea. Is we just try again, and Gleer has some great hexes that can neutralize an opponent if it's a save or suck spell.
But then if he doesn't, he just go back again.
So one thing I would like to know from Amoka,
Fighting.
It just gives us a
If
lot of
he
different
has the
chances to try the
knowledge
same thing over and
on
over
the time
again.
dimensional, or
If you would.
has the knowledge on the time dimensional, is what are the limitations of its send back? Is it a radius? Is it a targets?
So it's time reversal ability. Basically, lets it. It's. These aren't things that come up the most often, but we have encountered them before. It seems to send them back about a day every time. Based off of that, I don't think it can send them back more than a day. But
But by the time we encounter it again, it's fixed and it can send us back again.
I will say that we do have ways of dealing with it. You are not equipped with it at the moment. That is true.
Boys, we can
This-
save scum.
What did you say?
We can save scum.
Oh gosh, dang it! Not quite.
Thanks, Brock.
No, that's not.
All
what I
right,
said.
while we're here, let's start doing side missions. And every side mission has to end with us going down the alleyway.
I would love to get to Teal and Jack O'Neill levels on Stargates of Groundhog Day.
So let's map out every important historical point in this entire city, and then to start changing all of those points.
It's
So we have a full 24-hour
it
routine
will
down.
learn each time more and more and be better equipped. So essentially, you want to give it the least amount of times to do that as possible.
Well, perfect. We walk up and go. Then we get sent back in time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We just walk up there. So, I'm like, it did nothing this time.
So
Why did it
to
do
actually
nothing
answer
this
your
time?
question, he thinks it can't send people back more than a day.
But it can infinitely send you back a day.
Can continuously send you back to its limitation is it has to, after it skips, it has to wait before it can skip again.
But my question is there like, if we see it and immediately fucking bolt, is there like it's a radius, so just stay outside of its radius and we're fine, or is it like? It
seems to be if you've interacted with it, and it's not going to skip back unless it thinks it hasn't won this time. It will try to do it continuously until it wins, unless you can disrupt it.
And almost killing it is not a form of disruption.
No, killing it would be. Almost killing it, not quite.
So we have to one round this bitch.
One round this bitch.
Not necessarily. There is a way to follow it.
Also, hey guys, where did this new guy come from?
He's not here yet.
He's not here yet.
Okay, cool.
What new guy? Are there some other side effects to this thing that we don't know about yet?
He's hallucinating.
Are there some other side effects to this thing that I don't know about yet either? Because
No.
we're kind of playing this one by ear right now. I'm still
By
taking,
day.
I'm still taking your word on this happening.
Well, now Sullivan tells us that these things that we know about you don't know about are real, so
It's true.
more reason.
I'm still taking it on word.
I mean,
I better.
yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh no, I was going to take it. I
So-
can write it on paper if you prefer.
Poorly,
There are
suppose.
spells that
Those are still
someone
words.
could have to
Paper?
just give him the memory of what
Right.
happened.
Papers.
I made my Warforged Artificer.
It's like pretty sure we do.
Nice.
Actually, you guys
I like it.
didn't
He's pretty
kill
fun
him.
looking.
You actually don't know what happened.
Now I
to
want to
him.
make.
It's
mine.
like
The
Good old-
plan for that game was to take a while, so
the very creative and totally my own idea tiefling warlock that no
Ooh,
one's ever done before.
so original.
So unique.
Oh, have you seen the TikTok where there's the warlock who thinks they're a cleric?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So it's a warlock who's convinced they're a cleric and that their patron is actually a god,
Oh,
and that they communicate to their god through a finger puppet. And that is their holy symbol.
Ooh, 18 extra hits. Really terrible.
That's cute.
Yeah.
So, an interesting question.
I call him soft.
Unfortunately, I don't have the sheet that I used last time,
Oh,
so
that
I don't
you
know
do?
what spells
Oh, right on.
I used. But for those of us with spells, would we have kept the prepared spells for the day that we went back, or for today that we landed? If this comes up too much.
Oh yeah, spells. That's a thing.
That's gross. I don't want to think about
Well,
it.
I just told Brock, like, I don't have the sheet where I wrote down. I
I
imagine
mean, you guys hadn't done much that day, so I would say it would be full. But it technically, I would say
Our
If
brains
you-
haven't.
if
But
you
then if you
remember, you keep up. If you don't, you go back to where you were.
which
So that
is
would be weird because if you
So
were
it's
if you were
better
a wizard,
for you
So,
if you
yeah, but that's-
forget.
but if you're a wizard, regardless of whether or not you remember, your spell book is still your spell book from yesterday morning.
Yeah. You spoke. I mean, yeah.
To be fair,
So-
with a wizard, you always have the same spell book. It's what you memorize out of your spell book in that hour.
Yeah, but you
So,
actually
like-
prepared those for that day.
Yeah, but you prepared
Yeah.
those by memorizing them.
Also, it's
is
more.
the
It was
idea.
we slept in between. Doesn't matter.
well,
That's
that's
true,
what
you
I'm saying.
did.
So
It won't matter.
we were in day B. We went back in
Yeah.
time. So
To
A.
day A.
So
We
do
will then sleep for 8 hours, resetting for day B and making this irrelevant.
But for the rest of day A, we have day B's spells.
No.
No.
Gets a little
Also, it shouldn't matter because everything we have planned for day A is going to still get done in day A.
I guess.
I mean, I don't honestly expect us to start Groundhog Daying it up.
That wasn't my intention. How about that?
And also, one thing Amoka is obviously you have no recollection of going backwards in time. It's only the three of us that remember.
It will only those who interacted with it would have been
A chance
affected.
to remember and be
Yes.
affected.
Day 257 of our loop. We found the Dutchman.
Right.
What if, like,
Day
Oh,
272. It's taken to hunting us down within the first hour and just sending us back. We don't know what it's up to.
the hour?
Just keeps going. And it just evolves to us sitting in a courtyard playing cards, and at least one of us going, "Why are we playing cards?" And then just the other one's going, "Just wait."
Just wait.
Oh crap! What's that?
Yep.
Shoot it. Just shoot it. Get it over with.
You even see just like Cassandra just like going into a shop, and like just punching the person and like stealing cake. I got us cake. Why did you? Because it doesn't matter.
Oh, she's
Here's
broken.
your piece. Ah.
She's broken. We lost her.
And then that'll be the cycle that we break it.
every time.
Day 324. We just start stabbing random people.
Why does it take that
Where
long?
are you? Where are you, little pet? Just here.
it's
Stop us from stabbing everybody.
What about the plan, guys?
The plan failed 387 times already. I don't want to explain it to you again.
It's like again. I wasn't there for that. Yes, you were. Shut up.
I mean, you were, but now you weren't.
God.
And also, if you remember 16 times in a row, but then you forget the next time, you forgot all the times.
Yeah.
No, so what we do is, because I'm
true.
assuming it sends us back a somewhat random amount of time. It's not always going to be exactly 22 hours each time.
I mean, yeah.
So every time we go back sometime further, we just have someone go to, all right, just write down what happened. Whoever remembered it, write it down. This way, if we come back any later than this, we'll have a written record.
That's really interesting. We should just put a random item that we didn't have into our pack and see if that item comes back with us.
Gosh dang it,
Because
guys.
if so,
Ooh,
then
it's
writing
like,
it down won't matter.
See, I've had it constrained to
I'm
they
convinced it's
can't
just our minds.
interact with the time
It has to be like we
travel.
literally send
And
our
now they found
minds
out that
back to
something
our
else is
exact
doing
bodies
it,
at
and how
that
they
point
can
in
exploit
time.
this.
We're not exploiting, we're trying to figure out how this is supposed to work.
Yeah, talking about a creature that can, as soon as it sees us, go, oh, last time you sucked, I'm not ready yet. Pling! And a rubber band us back a
Time
day.
is complicated,
Yeah,
bro.
see, we should probably write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
see?
Letre said, write it down.
This was the threat of writing time traveling
I
campaign.
like
Oh, there's so many
idea
holes. There's so
of
many
just
So
holes.
many
like-
Hey,
possibilities.
that's the threat
Here's-
about putting in a monster who, as an action, can just say, you go back to yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not even a chance to save against going back in time. It's the
A
save
chance
to
to
see if
remember.
you remember.
Yeah.
I
You
thought
do go
about
back
that,
in
and
time.
that'd be awkward if half of you go back in time and like 2 of you don't.
I like the idea.
Doesn't
of,
sound
like,
that
years
awkward.
from now, we've been like just like writing our note on a wall, and like years from now we come back and there's just like a tour going through the rantings of some insane person talking about
Oh,
their
gosh.
adventures with time travel.
Yeah.
Like
It can't stop.
at-
It
like,
won't stop.
about
It just
this
keeps
point, we
looping
can see
us.
them to say that,
Yeah,
It
you'll
feeds
just
off our
then
insanity and
have
instability.
to play
It's
out
like that-
two
that
versions
meme
of the
with
same
Charlie
game
when it's
every
always
time we
sunny
meet
and all
up.
the things on the walls.
And so
This implies a bad idea.
There's
this,
the version
this
of the
monster
game
that was
where
born.
half of us didn't go, and we ended up slaying the monster.
We're not
and then
necessarily-
therefore we could continue on with our plan.
We're
We're
not
just
stuck. We're just lollygagging, having fun lollygagging.
there's a monster that as an ability can just say, you guys are back in time this much. It's a window. We haven't nailed on the window yet.
And
but
we're
it's-
probably going to fight it
amount of
again
time.
another 21 hours.
Yeah. And in about 21 hours, the character's going to fight it again. And we're talking about worst case scenario if it just sees us and says, you guys are back in time again. How do we just stop you're back in time again from happening every time? That's what we're on.
Yeah. Pretty simple stuff.
But also, it's the idea that this creature was born because we keep fucking up time. And if it just lets us infinitely loop and keep creating tears in time,
Yeah.
then it'll get even stronger, or there'll be more of it as we can constantly start poking holes that get repaired infinitely.
So at this point,
As it always remembers every single time it's in
I
attack.
think the only thing we can do is for all the actions of the night where we were going in and taking out the slave owners. Obviously, we knew like which paths we took, so
Too late.
we can start like taking off shortcuts
So,
to make.
I would like to point out that one of the first things I did, given the chance to go back in time with one of my characters, was kill my past self. So
did.
we've already done things with paradoxes.
That's a good point.
We've
That
been
was-
there.
That was levels ago.
Oh Lord.
It was an entire
So yeah,
character.
let's just as a baseline repeat as well as we can how we did it the first time.
like to the exact or making an improvement upon.
No improvements.
Because that way you're not fussing up time any more than we've already fussed it up.
Yeah. So baseline, do it as closely to the first one as possible, and see if it does anything different. To see if, to make sure that it remembers.
But also, I think as we go into that specific alleyway where we fought it, because before we didn't know we were going into a fight, so we had no buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on your buffs, cast your
Can you
spells,
fasten my character?
get fly
yes.
going on, and then that way
Morphs
we
into a huge
immediately
cyclops.
nuke down the time
Oh,
paradox
that's true.
monster.
Matt thinks I'm
now,
joking.
now that I know
No, I
it's
don't.
coming, I might be able to encase it in ice right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we deal with everything else, and then when it comes down to it, we just all come around it in a circle and we'll
Two,
just
three.
attack it all at once.
Wail on it.
Yeah.
No, we need fish jokes, not mammal jokes.
Damn it!
We need more fish content.
So we will seal it in ice.
Yes.
No, seal's a mammal.
Seals are
Damn
also
it.
But we're also going to the other verse.
It'll be swimming with the fishes when we're done with it.
Wait, we're gonna throw it in the river.
There you go. God damn it.
Oh,
Fish
this game
content.
anymore.
Fish content.
Is this fish fresh?
Oh.
It was when we caught it.
No, we've encountered it for the last 17 days, so I don't think it's fresh anymore. Hey, but it is never frozen.
Oh, gosh, dang it.
Fresh.
My plan was to freeze it.
Yeah, because we are pawns of the Jester King.
No.
All right. So
Always with these guys.
Yeah.
Get it? Time.
Time. It's a great time.
And he's gone.
All right, guys, the game is ours. So
Okay.
we get the rod of time travel.
Time traveling game. Hold on a second.
So we kill the time traveling being.
Yes, yes.
wait, we're also time traveling beings. Does that mean we kill ourselves?
Wait,
Yes.
what if we forge a
Yes.
magic item using this time traveling being,
We melt him
and then
down.
we can have our own time traveling item
We harvest his
that we can
husk.
use to directly oppose Mocha?
What this game has taught me is that time is the spice of life.
God damn.
So this game has just
Not
become
variety?
we'll go back in time to undo the things that we did before already by going back in time and undoing some things.
Yeah, and we know that
And
if
then-
you go back in time and kill yourself, you still exist. But if someone goes back in time and kills you, you're dead.
Yeah.
So we have to all go back in time and kill ourselves. So Solganamoka can't go back in time and kill us. Because then we'll still be here and he won't be able to stop us from being
Well,
here.
what if
we
he
become
kills
you
an
were there
earlier
in
version?
the time skip,
right.
you didn't have to kill yourself. But if you were there, so like if you two went back in time and he killed your past self, you just had to be there also. It's
Yeah.
if you weren't there in the time travel.
So if we all go back and we make sure that we're present when our past selves die, then we create ourselves as paradoxes, which means Solganamoka can't go back in time and kill us.
As much as
And then just killing us wherever we happen to be is also really fucking difficult at that point.
Yeah.
Because
we're
where
immortal.
are you?
Where are you?
I told that one more time and I got so many weird looks and I got sad.
Because you're now working with a bunch of kids who run around with Blink 182.
I know, I figured that out.
So yeah, we enact our plan to reenact the day as
Don't waste your time on
reenactfully
that.
accurately as reenactment possible. Reenact.
Yes.
So after you guys are done with that,
Omoka.
however much of it was serious or not, Omoka will say before you go.
With 3 int boys and a wisdom boy, I think a lot of that conversation did happen.
I agree.
I mean, that's fair. I do have someone who can help and is experienced at dealing with these things.
Give him here. Let's
Like, he's in this time, we're going to go back home and get him.
I would bring him here.
Interesting. Okay.
Then we will wait here. Although I'm assuming we don't actually have to wait because you can show up.
Beep, beep.
He blinks.
Why?
He's like,
No.
I will be right, and it looks like he's about to cast a spell. I will be right back, and all of a sudden he's there with a lizard folk next to him.
And
Where
then
are you?
I know
Use
that
the
we've
use
already...
of time travel. I approve it. Ah,
I will wait.
nice to
That
have
was a short wait.
a gentleman of class.
So now you're bringing in multiple dimensions on us, Brock. Like, this is not cool and not okay. I saw his character sheet.
Oh, he's playing his side.
Oh, yes, deal with
Well,
it.
So now I have time travel
Apparently,
and
things have happened.
multi-dimensional theory.
I don't remember.
Gren,
Okay.
Sandra.
nice to meet. Gren,
The pleasure is yours.
Oh, because he's huge size.
this greeting, not for the
No.
He is literally this. Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Matt. No, he's
He
literally
is
a
this
huge
size.
size Cyclops compared to you.
Comparison.
Clear.
Gren!
Okay, he's not quite that tall.
My name is Galir, and this
Oh.
is Jorminger.
We have deduced
He
that
says hello.
soon we'll have
Very nice
science
sword.
involved in this also.
Shiny.
Ooh.
Smart too.
I like.
Soon there will be a
Oh.
multiverse so fun and rocket science.
Do not be too confused when I just start talking to nothing. I'm talking to him.
He's talking to nothing.
He says, "Yes, you." Who
Looks at
else?"
this. It's like, no, I didn't mean to say your name.
No, I was explaining to him that you're
Suddenly,
something.
Jorminger's really self-conscious. Wait, no, I'm not nothing. Like, Like a little while ago, I was really important to you. Okay. Not
Just
nothing.
because I didn't remember this time skip. Like, what
Oh,
happened? What did I do?
I am probably tall enough to shout out. I'm 30 feet tall.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I went to the Great Cyclops and I stand approximately 30 feet tall and I weigh upwards of 4 tons.
We cannot be in any second level story with you. We can hardly be on docks
Don't
with
worry.
you, I assume.
Look,
4
it's okay.
tons?
We don't need him
That's not
on
that
the
big a
second
deal. You
story
can have
with
that on the
us.
second
He's
story.
tall enough to look into the
I
second.
can't fit in the second story.
That's
also
the problem.
30 feet tall.
30 feet is the problem.
He's sitting outside a two-story
His weight is not an
building,
issue.
Like leaning on the
No.
building.
No.
You guys
My weight can be an
done.
issue.
No, listen. They walk into a two-story building as you lean on it, and like after me, like you guys done.
The thing is, like, if you have to
I'm
fit yourself
bored,
into a
I'm
two-story
bored.
building,
We're
the way
fighting.
the weight's going to be
Is it
distributed,
high? Oh.
like, there's no way there's going to be too
Window?
much weight to be an issue.
Hey,
Just
guys.
army crawling through a building.
No, there's a window. He's like, "Hey guys, you done?"
Little eye in the window.
So
Just
how
one
often
eye.
do we want to enter an establishment and you are forced to change back to your original form just to come with us?
I guess
You
that's
could
the
just
question.
shrink his
Do we
size
decide
also.
that we want to like be
Could be a
be petty
large
that way?
cyclops.
Oh, I guess
Oh,
we
that's
gotta go in
true.
there.
You could just squeeze in as a large cyclops.
Well, you go around these buildings, but there's only 5 of them. We can just
I can
keep
I can
going
go
through.
back to being a regular Cyclops, not a greater Cyclops.
So at this point, Cassandra will mention that bringing in someone else is already putting a variant in our plan of doing everything as exactly as yesterday as
Then we'll be
possible.
fine.
He will only be concerned with the time dimensional.
I fight time dimensional. Gren
Okay.
very good at fighting time dimensional.
He still has broken English.
Commitment, no matter what multiverse he's
So-
in, Brent has broken common.
You have done
You
this
look familiar.
before
I've
then?
seen you before.
No, you haven't. What?
You have done this before then?
Gren good at fighting most things. Gren
Yes,
fight
you
time
have
dimension.
done this before.
I have done this before.
Perfect.
I fight.
That will make things that much easier.
So I just want a fun
You
fact.
tell me I have. But
I'm using the nimble armor upgrade.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you
we will.
you
That
failed.
increases the max
I think
dex
we-
by 2
Win this time.
and reduces the check penalty by
good.
1. It also increases the weight by 5 pounds.
Huh.
I want to say that should be a typo.
I think they're supposed to have a minus 5 pounds there. I think it'd be
Yeah.
a little bit lighter, a little bit more movable.
I think that's supposed to be -5. Hey, you know, it's more
What's the
mobile.
drawback of
It's
nimble?
less.
The armor
injury.
bonus is reduced by 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's supposed to reduce it by 5
Oh,
pounds.
the actual bonus to okay. For some reason, I thought you said armor check penalty. I misheard you. Misunderstood. All right. So I guess just fast forward. Do we kill the slave owners and write the manifesto as successfully as we did the first time around?
So
Yes.
you guys going back to doing that, trying to do things, but as well as you literally remember
We're
doing
like
it.
Gleer, you did this. Gleer, you did that. No,
Like
Nils.
Nils?
Nils, you did this. Nils, you
Like,
did
you
that.
don't have to tell me what I did.
I remember.
But you also did this, Gleer, just so you know.
Okay.
I know.
I'm
Just
aware. Jormungandr just told me to do that.
reading
So
them
I'm sure that's
As you're
what I
telling
did.
me what to write into the manifesto, it's like, God, I'm good. Like, I mean, we're good, but like, we wrote this. Dang, this is gonna change some hearts and minds, people. Hearts and minds. That's what it's all about.
And then
That is
before
what
we
it's
go
all
into the
about.
alleyway,
What's
we
mine?
basically self-buff.
Gotta build some infrastructure
So,
next.
you guys go kill the slaves, kill the slave owners that night.
No, killing the slaves is exactly what we don't want to do.
You guys killed all the slaves.
No.
Actually,
Nils is like, are you guys sure that this is how we did it last time?
to be fair though,
Be the plan at all.
a city that thrives off of slave labor, that would be a pretty effective way to destroy that city.
Cripple the ecosystem.
Well, you're not necessarily trying to destroy the city, but yes,
It's
that
like
would be.
the Boston Tea Party, but with slaves instead of tea.
But with actual human beings.
You throw slaves overboard.
I gotta roll.
We
a
could.
couple of slaves. I gotta roll a couple of slaves with Raider
He's just
the
like
next day.
Scoop the slaves and
Ah,
go.
not as good. Went from 18 to 12.
Oh, they know how to swim.
This is no fun.
Who taught them how to do that?
Why did we take the shackles off?
So, you guys, I don't know if you wrote the manifesto that night or the next morning, but you went kill the slave owners that night. Have the manifesto written so she can start printing it. I forget her full name, but I don't think it actually matters. The noble lady you guys were talking with, So up until that point, everything had been done identically or basically identically to the same. I'm pretty sure he's just kind of like observing and watching and just kind of hanging out with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling you're not the big of a talker.
No, I watch silently and I observe with little emotion, I think.
Okay.
Just kind of curiosity.
And so you guys have the plan to buy as much alchemist fires as you guys pretty much felt like buying, or whatever, or all of them. I don't know
Oh,
which
was
one
Alchemist Fire a part of the plan?
It was
I do
we
believe so,
firebombed
yes.
the governor's house.
Oh, we did that on the night?
Yes.
No, you did that the next day.
Oh.
We
Yeah,
did that,
you
and
did
then
that the next
as we
day.
ran
As you
away.
were running away was when they attacked.
Oh, so, but we know exactly which alleyway, so right before we go in there, activate all your buffs.
So you guys are going get the alchemist fires to go do that, and it actually will not attack at the same point.
That's really annoying to our plan.
That is true.
Need a permit
Why do you need a permit?
to carry these guns.
Nice.
No, I'm fairly new to the concept of guns, but I'm pretty sure those are guns.
Real guns.
The literal gun.
Do not understand joke.
Berlin
No.
is great though. It has open carry.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Paris does too, doesn't it?
Oh, nice, yeah.
I don't know about Paris. I didn't try it there.
Yeah. Everybody's drinking.
Oh, were you just
besides
walking around carrying a gun or something like that?
No, not that kind of open beers.
Oh, I totally misheard you.
Alcohol.
You were talking about
Drink your
guns.
beers on the street.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Remember we went to Reno and we were like, you know, buy beer before we go to this other casino. Why? Because we're in
we
Reno
can.
and we can. It was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I love walking around Vegas with the yardsticks.
Yeah,
The last time I was in Vegas, it was October and cold.
that's fair.
I
That
would
being
still-
said, I went inside of an ice bar and I froze to death while drinking Tabasco flavored cocktails, and it was awesome.
Nice.
Huh. That sounds like a fun time.
That sounds awesome.
It was a lot of fun. You feel very drunk once you leave because it's so cold. Your blood starts to like flow slower,
Yeah.
and you're just sitting there. Just your brain's main point is that you're in a fucking freezer. And my glove, I spilt on my wool glove.
Oh.
I think it was in the first 5 minutes. I grabbed my drink and turned and just went splash. So I was just sitting there realizing that my hand was cold. We waited for 20 minutes for the bride and groom to come in. And then we were there for another like 30, 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
So the three of us that went in the first time were like, holy fuck, get more alcohol. Holy fuck, get more alcohol. It's the only way to warm up.
Keep warm, yeah.
Is to pretend that you're not cold.
Pretend
It sounds
that you're
amazing.
not
Break it
cold.
down.
It was a lot of fun. I think it was like $5 or something like that was the name of the bar.
Huh.
Five Below, okay, I like that.
Yeah. It was just like you, for $16, you got like this huge parka,
Am I gonna
like
fit in
like
this bar? Barely.
Sub-Zero jacket and wool gloves, and you just walked in there and they had hoods. And they went down to like your
Be a
knees.
lizard folk.
Cool.
Be a lizard folk.
And then it was
Please.
like, I mean, it was a gimmicky bar, so it was pretty
Oh,
expensive.
that's fair.
Right.
So,
So it was
I'm gonna
like
say you guys are coming down here,
$13, $14
walking
a
down
drink.
the road.
It was still super chill.
Or so.
There was one other group the entire time we were in there.
Just come around
And they have
here.
three different
more-
sections.
little more
So like there's this main entrance, a bar, a little nook, and then another little nook. So how far off from our buffs did it happen?
There he is.
This
Because for this,
I was like an hour.
oh, so they
Okay.
would have, yeah. Because I was gonna say like, if it was close enough with the multiple buffs that Cassandra has, she could literally spend like 7 rounds casting.
No, so this is before you even, just as you on your way to like go get the alchemist fire. So
Oh, we haven't even bombed it out yet.
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, all my buffs are minutes. None of them are like
most
hours.
of those kind of buffs are.
So yeah, there's.
Works
I
good.
can't really just randomly buff things and hope.
Oh, I only have 2 buff spells, and they both do the same thing. So I usually pick between Bark Skin and Iron Skin. Because Longstrider Greater is hours per level, so that happens at the beginning of the day.
Yes, like his false life.
Oh
The
yeah,
only
my
buff
false
spells
life
I have
that I
are
rolled
invisibility.
is
Peter would like to remind
hours.
you
You're
where
correct.
Oh, PETA. That's funny.
I rolled oh, it's 12 plus
Sharp as a
caster
tack.
level, so I have 14 more hit points.
Oh, it popped up on that screen. Whatever.
One,
So it's gonna go over there anyways.
Ooh.
I rolled.
So that is the two other things that were with it.
Oh,
There
yes.
that's horrifying.
There
Those
isn't
two
a
are familiar.
picture.
For the time dimensional.
No, that is the misery sick tempora.
Oh my god.
Those
So
are
that's the two other things that were with it.
that, if I remember correctly, like weren't that big of a threat to us.
Those were
That is horrible.
not the biggest threat. Like
They can't send us back in time.
No, they
that's a
hurt
big
you
one.
when they hit. They had some other things that were annoying, but for the most part, they go figure weren't the issue.
That's what my nightmares look like.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
There are children.
that's what my dreams look like.
There are.
They're spawned.
Okay.
It's just me killing those things in a video game-esque
okay.
style.
I was a little.
I
worried.
dream in FPS like all the time.
Really?
My dreams are a first-person shooter like all the
No
time.
way, really.
Yeah.
That's
Question, Brock. Not that I think I'm going to do this, but theoretically,
Ooh.
how does this spell interact with the go back in time ability?
So cool.
Because
Oh,
I could do a thing potentially.
No, no.
so
Break the
based off of what you were told, an immediate action.
Yeah, that one.
Wait, is this an?
Is it a
Ether
tattoo?
step.
Oh, you wouldn't be there.
So
What's
the
that?
spell?
Aether step
Oh, you go to the yeah.
is an immediate action as it's about to do the thing,
So
and then come back and be like, everyone's gone, but I'm still here. Fuck you.
So I was. Hey, Amoka. I decided to test the thing and it worked. I need your help. What did you do? They all went back. I stayed.
So that's the realize that
What?
you step into another plane.
So
That's
our
the
our
real-
bodies in that time
I
period
step into the
disappear. Our
ethereal
minds
plane
go
for
back.
like for like 6 seconds, and then I come back.
It's a
Step into
reaction.
the
or-
third plane long enough to dodge
Essentially.
a blow
Well, that's
or
actually a really
combat
confusing
spell.
funny.
action.
And then the time dimension was all like,
What the heck?
I guarantee they didn't think about when they put the ability on this creature, fighting the same creature over and over and over again.
It's a custom ability that I added.
So then, yes, I don't
So-
think they thought of fighting this creature over and over
So
again,
whoever put that.
and the concept of what goes back, what doesn't go back. Is it just your mind? Is it all your body? What happens to your body if it's just your mind?
Are you constantly splitting new dimensions every single time? So therefore,
Creating
Galir. I mean,
infinite
we would have a
tears.
Galir
So
back in time.
based
with
off
us.
of how I
Who
was
would have
describing
remembered it the
was
last time we
those
went
who,
back?
interacted with it. So I would say unless you, like, if you were ethereal, and then it showed up, and then did the time skip in a way where you never actually interacted with it, you would be left
So
behind.
being near it qualifies interacting with it. Because last time nobody touched it but me, and we all went back.
like interacting with like even seeing it or so, yeah, or being affected by it.
So then you guys put your blindfolds on. When I stop yelling, take your blindfolds off.
This seems
So
reasonable.
split the party is one thing. Split the party in 2 separate times is another thing that
It's fine. I'll figure out a way
I
back.
politely ask you not to. How about that?
I politely ask you to stop Groundhog's Daying us.
I'm not trying to Groundhog's Day you, dang it. That wasn't my intention.
It's weird because you put in an ability that does that specifically.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Not with the intention of it causing that.
Well, we just gotta this time one round it. If not, we'll do the same exact fight, and hopefully that time one round it. If not, we'll do the same exact fight, and hopefully that time one round it.
Yes.
Anyways,
and if that doesn't work, we'll find out its favorite color and somehow eventually end up dating the time dimensional.
That
I
might
mean,
solve a lot
yeah.
of our problems.
Yeah. If you know all the answers, all the questions it's going to ask you anyways, and all of its favorite items, you can just go buy them and mass spam it as a gift, and then raise the relationship points up to max, and then you can just date it.
So like I said, we're save scumming.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
not the
always
first
knew this
Pathfinder
type
game
of-
I save scummed.
Kingmaker.
I mean, I can't.
I've save scummed for a single die roll before.
Yes,
Like when you go into the
21 initiative.
we're getting there. But that's fair.
Yeah.
when you go into the keep, the second kingdom, and the little
Are you talking
fucking
about,
and little gnome dudes are there.
Barhold?
Yeah. There's a speech check for the
Oh,
king of them,
yes.
and I saved the bottom of the stairs. Did that fight over and over and over and over again because you fucking insta give them.
They're pretty pushy.
They're like 1 or 2 CR creatures, and you're at level like 10. And so it's just a speech option that he takes the 2 remaining people. You just cleared out like 20 of them, and he takes the remaining 2 and fucks off. So I reloaded the autosave at the beginning and did the shortest route to him, and then save scum for that one. So he took like him, his 2 guys left, and then like the other 10 people in the back wing. So that way he took some people with him. Because I felt bad. Like, I just wanted to talk, and he just attacked you outright. And I'm like,
Didn't he
sorry.
either way end up having the same result? Or was it something like that?
Yeah, he either runs away from you, or he says, or you're like, hey, you should fuck off. Like, I didn't mean to kill you and all your people. You guys attacked me because I showed up wondering why you were here. And he's like, well, fine, we'll leave. Like, I felt bad. He wasn't wrong. They wandered along, found a completely abandoned village, and went, hey, we have a village now. We have a home. Yay! And then you show up, and you're like, fuck you, what'd you do? He's like, nothing. Leave us alone. And you're like, no, fuck you, what'd you do?
So anyway, I started blasting. I just started blasting.
So these other two freaky little things will appear on top of the buildings.
Those are the ones in the picture you just showed us?
Yes.
Yep. So ignore those bitches and kill the thing.
Who ordered the tempura roll again?
God damn it.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, that was nice. That was good.
Fish content.
Those two pop up into view as their surprise action. And just, gosh damn it.
He's back.
So let's get Skid and Spencer in a room, see what happens.
Oh
Oh
god.
my god.
I'm in.
That would be. It would be just be too much.
Cassandra had a 21.
Did we just become best friends?
So in the podcast that we listen to for Pathfinder, there's one guy who is just like, he comes up with like the cleverest shit. He's their pun master and he makes the most obscure references. It's hysterical.
He's so quick and witty.
In yesterday's episode, like, he did a thing and then he even starts talking and he stops and he goes, I need to stop to appreciate what you just said. Like, that just happened way too fast. I might have passed it if I didn't.
That didn't get proper recognition.
Yeah. So putting you two in a room together and putting a recorder would be hysterical.
Oh my god.
Just a whole lot of
He also has like so many obscure sports numbers in his head. I'm like,
Yeah.
where do you keep all
He's like an encyclopedia.
Where do you keep this?
up his sleeves.
So, we're just going to go into initiative now.
All
Seems
right.
reasonable. Bless you.
Roll, Rico, roll.
Roll for initiative.
So, what about Gren?
24.
Let's go with a Gilead.
I got 13. I rolled a 1.
Stop it. We're trying to one round this guy.
You're actually the most important one.
Yeah, I know.
Maldrick.
19.
Did you guys bother to tell him about the fact that he shouldn't bother shooting at the big time dimensional because of his aura?
So all we see are these two right now, right?
What aura?
So it slows my projectiles down.
Oh, yeah.
You know, funny enough, I forgot about that.
Funny enough, yeah. Don't shoot at the big guy, even though we need to one round him and you're a solid source of DPS. You can't hurt him.
So it slows down projectiles and spells and
Yeah.
creatures, yeah.
So
You're
you
really
actually
important.
suck.
What?
Because it slows down projectiles so they don't work and you're a ranged character.
So,
excellent.
yeah, you've never fought one of these before because you can't hurt them.
Great. So, sense motive with a ridiculous buff because we know
He
that
has.
you're a little bitch.
You don't worry about it, partly because you're fighting with others and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know you can just kill the other two, at least initially, kind of thing.
Say that again.
You're fine with just fighting the other two.
Oh, okay.
So from what you've encountered, they always travel in this configuration,
It doesn't
And-
usually travel alone, yeah.
and you beat up the little guys, and you leave the heavy lifting for everybody else. You know, the real men.
Okay.
A
Wow,
real
okay.
man.
Jesus.
This situation.
man.
A real man would just punch the time dimensional in the face.
I did with an axe that's oversized for a 30-foot tall cyclops, twice.
Actually, Elfman would really like you.
Yeah, I'm a real man. Full body takeover. Greater cyclops. Full body takeover.
Anyway, he's the LA Beast.
I'm gonna need a cactus now.
Oh Lord, that was rough. That was rough to watch.
Just amazing grease birds playing.
On a bagpipe.
I'm a bagpipe. Duh.
So. Oh, that's what I was doing. Roll their initiative. That might help.
I'm pissed.
Wow, you rolled so good, didn't you?
Like P-I-S-S-E-D, or are we like into like P-I-S-T territory right now?
I don't know the difference.
I don't either. Please
Are
elaborate.
you pissed or are you pissed?
Oh, like that's how pissed you are, is that you accent the T.
Yeah.
Well, no, are you upset pissed or are you pissed drunk?
Ooh.
I'm pissed.
That's fair.
No, I'd like to be, though. This is going to be real disappointing. I also want to roll 16d6 for an attack.
So long as you don't get pissed on the table drunk.
There's that.
No, never have I ever gotten so drunk I pissed on the table. Nobody was more mad than Brandon.
I'm so glad I was asleep.
It's so bad.
I'm mad.
You reminded him he's mad.
I thought about it when we were all laying on the couch on New Year's Day, hungover watching TV. I was like, I remember this. Although the last time this happened was real bad. Because I would pee-peed on a table.
It was so funny that you were trying to trap him in the bathroom just by putting the dining room chairs in
And
the
it
hallway,
worked, didn't
and
it?
It worked.
My drunk brain was like, just push it in front of him. That'll work.
He lost his not being in the bathroom privileges.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder why.
When you start thinking that just about anywhere and everywhere is a bathroom.
Somebody wet the table. What?
You mean wet the bed, right?
Nope.
The table.
Well, so he fell asleep at the table, face on the table. He just wakes up, stands up.
Well, what you so like? I go to the bathroom. I walk up to the bathroom, and he's like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea." Just
No, I don't think he said anything.
No, he
I
didn't
thought
say
that was
anything.
No, he didn't say
stood
anything.
up.
He
and
just stood out and
just peed. Oh.
He whipped out his
He just-
and sprayed the whole table.
That's horrible.
Well, there's a
so
reason
bad.
I
why
fell asleep.
we very quickly stopped interacting with him.
Yeah.
Me that day. The rest of them when their D&D campaign fell apart.
Me,
Luckily,
that day,
conveniently, shortly after.
directly after that event.
Oh, I was so pissed too when they had a D&D session. We were all like, let's just bring alcohol and drink. And I was like, someone's letting Aaron drink in this fucking house again? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he brought the most alcohol to
Oh my
drink.
God.
To
Well, I
himself.
don't know if we exactly were going to. I don't know if we were necessarily drinking or whatnot, but he was the one who brought a thing of sangria.
I would have thrown him the fuck out of that house.
His lips taste like sangria.
Grabbed him and let him find his own way home.
Thank you, Spencer.
Well, for obscenely drunk people, like, that is actually a hazard. But that's why we locked him in the bathroom.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and.
Time for combat
They
now.
got the highest barely, so they're gonna.
They've got the high
Awesome.
ground.
They beat Mitch's one.
Surprisingly, yes.
So the big guy shows him, goes, tosses it back. 22 hours of time. He wasn't done buffing.
He wasn't done buffing.
He's grinding out some XP because he remembers all these stats parallel existences.
Guys, I get the feeling we're not the main characters anymore.
So if he creates this new sub branch, can we? And does he exist in every single one of those branches, or can we just use Amoka's time thingy to go to a different branch where he doesn't exist?
Oh, if we just skip
I
forward,
feel like if that was the
2
case,
days.
Amoka would have brought that up
Hi there, we'd like to speak
as
to your
an
branch
option
manager.
of things to do.
Yeah.
Go away.
My name's Karen. I'd like to speak to your manager.
Shut
Amoka,
up,
can we
Karen.
go forward 2 days? Just shake things up a little bit. Maybe go back 2
Yeah,
days.
you know, 1 step backwards, 2 steps forwards, you know, that kind of thing.
No, what we should do is we should free the slaves, kill the masters, go forward a day. Firebomb the governor's house, go forward a day. Finish all of our objectives, and then jump far enough forward that we get reset. None of our objectives get undermined.
Oh, that's really funny.
This is why I didn't give them the time travel item.
Wait,
If
one
you
day,
couldn't
Brock,
tell.
One day.
We'll get it.
Yeah, it's that question of how long does the campaign last after you get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I don't
that's,
think it could possibly last too long after we get it.
Well, I don't know if the campaign.
I just
would,
imagine
or
the five of us now just sitting in some turbo mansion in space, just being like laying on all the wealth in the world, going like, what do we do now? You want to go see what happens if you kidnap a Tyrannosaurus Rex and put him inside this capital at this time period?
Hey, when did the Trask wake up? One of the times.
It's only woken up twice in history. There's a low number.
So we become Jeff Bezos.
We just walk around just kicking monsters and be like, wake up! Those guys did it.
Peace, I'm out.
Peace. See ya.
Why do they call their organization Amazon? I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, so who are they attacking?
So they, on their first turn, can act as if they're under the effects of haste and can make a whirlwind attack against everyone in range of them.
Great.
I don't think I realized the first time I used them they have a reach of 15 feet.
Oh.
So they'll both get an attack against all of you. So I make one attack and see who it hits. So let's go with one of them.
Is this flat-footed because we haven't acted yet?
Yes.
And that would be a 13.
Oh no, my
Three.
flat-footed is so much lower than my regular AC.
33 is a hit.
That's a nat 1.
Nice.
So one of them will hit all of you. Okay.
So this is to all of us, huh?
Yeah, and one attacks that gives you a whoosh.
How's that different than cleave?
Cleave is bad.
Cleave is bad. Whirlwind attack, you need like 3 other feats to do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Whirlwind attack actually is kind of cool. It's just its prereqs are weird. The reason why that's relevant: sneak attack.
Cleave
Oh, balls roll.
cleavage, good.
Cleave bad. Cleavage good.
So that's a 23 against y'all.
23?
Yeah. And
That's a
then,
lot of damage.
That is
Yeah.
unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
And then the second one rolled a 1, so it missed y'all.
Cool. Awesome.
Don't worry, I'm still at full hit points.
And everyone make a little will save.
Excellent.
I have 10 hit points because of false
Can you
light
hand me
greater.
the
Right.
black and...
You're probably good.
Spoiler alert. My roll's
Yeah,
not
you're
great.
good.
I
Plus
had
8.
Except when I
21.
roll in that 20. Very nice.
Can Austin fail that will save?
That'll be a 30
I
for
hope
me.
not because that bodes well for me.
Are you raging or not?
No.
But you technically can fail it.
Okay, so it's 23.
Oh, I only got 17, so I
Ish.
guess I fail.
You do fail.
I also fail.
Did you roll another one?
No, I got 3.
I
So
feel like
13. Sorry, 15.
you were supposed to do a lot better on the last 2 rolls you made.
Yes. Yes, I was. Oddly enough.
So,
It's a 30.
for everyone who failed it, you have a -4 to attack rolls, will saves, and skill checks.
Oh, great.
That's.
Hey, look, you get worse.
Oh, like that doesn't affect your hexes.
No, it doesn't. Just, the hitting thing that I try to do fairly often.
Yeah.
Hexes
Yeah, there's
and
that part.
Hexes.
Yeah, these things weren't that deadly. They were just more annoying. Hey, Gwen, your turn.
My turn. So how far is that where he actually is, or
I got-
He is staying next to you.
standing next to me? Okay.
So you passed.
Oh, you passed. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just wanted to make sure.
That's true. I didn't actually ask where yours was.
So
So-
everyone passed but Galir and Cassandra.
So in 5e, I would have disadvantage if I were to attack him.
Nope,
within
you
his
just
range.
good. Because you don't provoke,
Right, because of my
so
thing.
you just shoot him.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just shoot him.
At 9th level,
Because
you gained
safe shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're like, I'm safe.
you
So
gained the
use
equivalent of
rapid shot,
point.
deadly aim, many shot.
Cool.
Let's go. Let's just fuck him up. Nat 20.
Oh,
Roll again.
Wow. Oh my god. This
If that's
die.
another 20, I might take that die from you.
13.
Okay.
So that's a.
Because that would be like the 4th one in a row.
Can,
I
wait,
swear.
can I have it?
That's still a crit, though. That's still gonna be a crit though.
Yeah.
Or we'll just
38
trade.
to
Brock will be
38?
fine.
Yeah.
Is that even counting your +4 to confirm crits?
No.
No.
You have
so-
a +4 to
so-
confirm
well,
crits.
So
Nice.
yeah, go figure.
Excellent.
Triple damage.
So, yeah, triple damage. And
On
that's
your
my
many shot.
Ooh! I'm feeling a one
Oh no,
shot.
only so that only
So it's
affects one of
times
the
4
arrows, So
damage.
it's times 4 damage.
Holy shit. Alright, anybody got a D8 that I can get?
Yeah. Plenty of D8s.
Thank you, sir.
D8s all around.
Could have had a D8.
Ha
How do you ask out a D&D player? Ask them for a D8.
So wait, do I triple the just the damage die?
So
or
that would
that
be
as well?
so you're going 48
What?
plus
What?
that times
I don't
4,
get that. I
which
don't
is
know.
96.
See,
Oh,
5
so
is
think-
only the damage.
After I get
Yeah.
paid again.
So 48
I'm looking to
plus
actually getting
96.
stuff
Holy
commissioned.
Or what?
You're not gonna kill it.
Our
That's gonna hurt.
emotes and our sub badges commissioned.
Oh, so I was gonna ask you, if we were to theoretically
no, I
move
didn't
forward
work
with
very
like having like a face picture of Luna and or Neville for an emote,
13.
could
plus
we just
9
take
is
like
6.
a real life
Yeah.
picture, crop it out, and
that's
put that
100.
as the emote?
And 9.
There we go.
Probably.
Yeah.
109
That's why I
points of
could be able
damage.
to, would be
Okay.
able to do that.
Well,
Holy
it is still
shit.
standing.
That's my first
Do you
attack.
want to commission someone to draw an artwork of a
Oh
cheesy
my
biscuit,
God,
or
dude.
should I
How
make
much
it
damage do you
make
do?
cheesy
109.
biscuits again? And we take pictures
Times
of
4
cheesy
damage is
biscuits?
pretty good.
We could
That's
just have a
cool.
bunch of hyper realistic emotes, I guess.
34.
That is
hit.
the question.
But like,
That will hit.
Nice.
it does give us another excuse to have you make cheesy biscuits.
28
I'm okay
points
with
of
that.
damage.
I'll help again if you want.
28.
But also,
Third
hypothetically, you could just make cheesy biscuits.
26.
And we can
And
still
then still
commission
commission artwork for it.
And final
We would like you to make to draw some cheesy biscuits.
That will also miss.
Okay, any preference on how you like them to look?
I like this.
Did you roll the damage for the second one
Yes.
that you hit?
We'll use them
You
as
did, yeah.
reference
Oh, I didn't
photos.
hear
That's
that.
what we need.
Reference. It's
Yeah,
important.
it'll
It was
be
28.
for reference photos.
Okay.
It's important.
Um,
You just sent me a picture of an empty plate.
It's a nice,
Oh, darn.
little about 140 points of damage in
Um,
one round.
so, like,
Not bad.
as far as that goes, Brandon, I think I would still recommend we get
That
someone
was with the
to
critical, yeah.
draw something,
Anybody that's
just so we know it'll look good as an emote.
Whose turn is it?
Okay, it's mine. So I have a question, Brock. When I'm using my armor to cast fly, do I still need to cast defensively?
Yes.
Okay.
You still cast the spell.
So it's a 3rd level spell.
It's
So
just do an item.
it's 21,
Yeah.
and my caster level 14 plus my int of 5 is a 19. So don't roll a 1.
Yeah.
18. What a waste. So I cast fly.
Okay.
And I'm ready to pounce on the thing when it comes. So I'm not able at this point to save my action to close in on it when it pops up.
No. You can like ready certain actions, or you can hold your whole turn.
So I guess I just want to go up to be like top of building level.
Okay.
So if it pops up on a building, I can go straight there. And so I'll put.
A die on you, and you will provoke from both of them for moving.
Let me do an acrobatics check then.
What's the DC of the acrobatic check?
Versus
CMD.
their CMD.
Oh.
So 10
That's
plus
a high.
their base attack
I did
bonus
not
plus their
invest
strength
at
mod
all in
plus their
acrobatics.
dex.
This will probably fail. Oh, 19 on the die.
'Cause they usually don't have,
so a
items.
27.
No. I think that fails most of your CMDs.
Yikes. Yeah, that'll fail mine for sure.
Oh, that does fail mine. Yeah.
Oh, my CMP is actually really good.
35 AC.
Oh, 2 40s.
Well, that's not nice.
I mean,
At least it's not
Yeah.
sneak attack damage.
that's true. 19.
So over 2 attacks, it's 19.
Give me 2 will saves.
The -4s can stack?
They don't stack. If you're already affected by it,
Oh.
you're
just prolonging the effect.
Increase the duration by a round.
they get 5 hit points.
Oh, okay. So that's a 5 on the die, so that's a fail. And that's a... Okay.
Oh, I guess a crease has to do.
Thanks for using my bad juju.
Oh, no! I was using Austin's die. I wonder why it wasn't working.
Well, one of them was already at 4 hit points, so he gained 5 hit points.
The dice choose the roller.
So you're basically like 30 feet off the
The roller
ground.
does not choose the
These are
dice.
most like 20-ish feet tall buildings, ish 10 to 20.
Yeah, I'm just...
That's cold.
So you're like eye level with him now.
as ice.
My plan is basically once we point, I'm hoping Galir, once we figure out where it is, Galir freezes and I can pounce.
I
So
also
wait,
like the fact that eye level with Meldrick.
Roll the
Yeah.
dice.
Nils.
Sweet.
So that one's wounded. That one is not.
All right. He's just gonna go ahead and work on.
the
You
wounded
do
one,
provoke, so you will get attacked from there if you shoot.
but without taking a full move action with an acrobatics to not provoke, you're going to provoke no matter what you do.
Yes,
They have big enough reach.
unless you just cast a spell defensively, and that's all you did.
Which one are you?
He's
He's
the
the
gun
one next
boy,
to you.
Oh,
the
yeah.
cowboy hat.
You
He's
know,
the-
no risk, no reward.
Have you tried just flying up into the air?
not the moment he hasn't.
I also got
But that would
attacked for
provoke,
doing
wouldn't
that.
Oh, so he tried it.
Oh, so then I shouldn't also try to fly up in the air. With my I'm not only am I a 30-foot tall cyclops, I have wings. Beautiful angelic swan wings.
Which is the hysterical thing to look at.
All right. Well,
Oh, did you go over
I'm
the
gonna try and finish off the
campaign stuff for his
wounded
character or no?
No.
Because that's how I have wings.
I wasn't going to worry about that with him because he's not going to be with us forever.
Yeah, we got special campaign traits.
So, which one are you shooting? What are we doing?
Wounded boy.
And you
Okay.
basically got a school specialization. They gave you a buff. So my school that I specialized in
All
was
right.
shape-shifting, because
So,
I'm a druid who uses wild
26?
shape.
Oh wait, no.
So at the beginning every
26.
day I can pick a movement
29.
type
That'll hit.
and gain it.
A movement type, like
So fly, swim, climb, burrow. And I think it's 20 for
25?
the first 3, and then
Bonus.
burrow is a 15.
that's
And then I have the long strider greater spell, which is for an hour per level. Get
35.
plus 20 to my
Alright.
base speed, my land speed, and plus 10 to all other speeds.
That's really cool.
So I have a 30-foot fly
And
speed.
24.
Wow.
So, miss. So
That's
your
really
first
cool.
hit with your
Mhm.
spell.
Very useful.
Yeah.
So most of y'all
Another
can
hit.
fly, actually.
Well, we're all spellcasters, so we all like we're all
There's a campaign
arcane
of spell.
spellcasters, so it's a very popular arcane spell.
This is a really good arcane spell.
Which is why I wanted to get it as a divine boy. So I was like, hey, look, that one right there.
Who still flies?
Uh-huh. The original intent was to use it to get burrow, because my first version of this druid was the tiny druid.
Yeah.
So I turned into diminutive-sized things like rats.
Oh, that's cool.
And for a rat to have a burrow speed of 15 feet would have been awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because you can just like dig under a house and warp the wood of the floorboards and
That's
like
cool.
ultimate infiltrator, stone-shaped holes in the wall. Like,
Yeah, that's
31 for the first.
would have been a good one for Spell
Damage?
Slingers.
Okay.
Just fortunately not for
And then the other
Whatever
one
that's
time
was
travelers.
decay.
It's not a good time travel character.
Not for time bandits.
Not for time.
And, 19 on the next one.
One day I will once again play a dex-based druid who is a pseudo rogue. Because that sounds really fun to me.
That sounds really cool.
I might want to try out the Fey one though.
Hey, you guys
So
killed
you
it.
turn the little Fey
Hey,
boys
yeah,
on
you
fingers
did.
for like
Oh,
getting device and
nice.
stuff.
Yeah, the second time.
Meldrick.
First time.
Well, they killed it.
Is there still one alive?
Yeah,
That one has
that
been
one has been touched.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna kill it, but I'll try to hurt it.
Did he try and is that guy trying to attack me?
Oh no, that's what
I mean,
I forgot to do with both of them.
did you hand out the homework? You forgot to collect the homework, teacher.
Worst student ever.
So activate
So one will hit you.
Rage, activate Destructive Strike, and then I'll do a Vital Strike power attack.
Okay.
Because Destructive Strike is a move action.
So 15. Give me a will save.
So then, plus
Oh, I did take all the bad juju out.
15 and 19 is a 34.
That'll hit.
What's destructive strike do?
Half level the damage
Oh,
on
nice.
one attack, so for Vital Strike it's a why not.
30 on the will save.
You're good.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of his
That's
character.
him up with a
Yeah,
big old
that's what I
axe
wanted to do.
boy and just going boom.
Yeah.
And
So
makes
instead of
sense.
getting multiple attacks, he can take one attack, but multiply the weapon damage.
Oh
So
shit.
since his weapon is like a 4d6,
8d6 as a huge impact butchering axe.
Damn.
so he's like, I'm just gonna roll that twice if I hit you, and only take one attack.
Yikes.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 2 plus.
When does he get the next step of Vital Strike?
When he has a BAB of 11, he can grab that feat.
Yeah.
So he's a druid, so it's only 3/4 BAB, so he doesn't get it. I think you get it 15th level is your BAB is 11.
Mm-hmm.
The next level?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
10, 20, 30, 40, 52 plus 32 is 84 damage.
Ow. Ow.
84.
Yeah. You do destructive strike what, like a number of times per day or something like that? 3
Yeah.
plus like wisdom, I think.
No, 13 rounds is my rage. It's an irrelevant amount.
Yeah, I was more just curious.
Yeah, I can look it up for you.
Gilear.
That's the only thing that's here.
You haven't seen the other thing yet. Correct.
I feel like you have to hold your turn.
3 plus
I mean-
wisdom.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my turn.
Okay.
So 12 times a day, I can add my half my level to a single melee attack.
Yeah.
And I usually don't bother with it because if I do 2 attacks, I don't want to uncalculate the damage that I have written down.
Actually, I can just hold an action, right? That's a thing you can do in Pathfinder. Yeah.
You can like hold a spell like when I see I want to do this. Yeah, you can hold an action to do a specific thing.
So
so
I
you
think
can,
I'd like to
move.
at least move to where I have a better vantage point on what's going
think
on.
we'll
So I'd like to
just-
just
yeah.
kind of fly up in the air. I'll take the
Attack
attack of opportunity if it still has one readily available.
What does it have combat reflexes?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't think a 26 hits you.
It does not.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna fly up as far as I can go, which I believe is
What's your movement speed?
it's based off the fly.
Fly spell is 60.
Oh, 60.
I think
Well,
it's
what armor
probably
are
the
you
same.
What armor are you in?
Um,
Are you in medium or
dark
heavy?
leaf padded.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you can go up
60?
half, so 40. I mean 30.
Okay.
So, but he didn't go. Oh, you cast the spell and then went up. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm gonna go up and then I'm gonna hold my hex.
Yeah, so you can go up 30 feet. So you're eye level with Brandon, who is eye level with Maldrick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go up and
So you're just like, hey guys.
I'm gonna hold my ice tomb hex for when I see the asshole again.
The asshole.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you going to attempt this?
Probably.
Because I'll lean back in my chair if I have to.
I'll do
It looks like Luna's gonna do it.
If you want to attempt, I will facilitate.
You don't want what's in that cup, love.
She thinks she does though.
No. Not only will part of it kill you, the other part might in fact kill you. Because chocolate's a definite no-no, and I'm not quite sure about alcohols.
It's like a kill and a half.
Supposedly they have wine that cats can drink.
I've heard about this.
What?
I've seen
Yes,
it like
wine.
on meme pages and shit like that. Like, can you leave the
The
Karens
crazy
out
cat
there?
lady that doesn't want to drink alone.
Yeah.
Literally. That's what I've seen it for. I think a coworker's told me
It's
about it.
red-colored catnip water.
Yeah. Red colored catnip.
Oh, is that really what it is?
I have no
Probably.
clue,
Oh.
but I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, giving alcohol to your pets seems like a bad idea. Their livers are so teeny tiny.
That's a good point.
I love her so much.
Well, Mitch, I know your initiative was really bad, but surprisingly, you actually did beat it when it also rolled a 1.
Yes!
Oh wow.
So, I rolled it, I was like, Mitch got a 13. You got a 12.
The
I didn't roll
Levantines,
1, but yeah.
were very, very
You rolled
supportive
bad.
today. While I was stuck in bed, all broken and backy, she was cuddling my side, and then Neville was cuddling my legs
No.
because he likes the warmth.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Oh, they're both assholes now. They know that the covers go up. So they'll paw at the corner of the covers.
Oh, yeah, they
to
do that to
pick
me all
them
the
up.
time.
And I'm like, you little turds.
But they wanted to cuddle in the warmth.
Yeah.
Or mostly,
Neville got right up there, and I was like, boy, I don't trust you, but I can't move right now to stop you. So we're going to have this mutually assured destruction agreement right now. But if you try and run away real fast and you hurt me, I will end you.
I will end.
I will end you, boy.
I will end you.
I will marry you.
No!
I'm not totally sure what just happened, but okay.
Why are you crying? Because she said she won't marry me. So you're crying because she wants to marry you. Yes, I will marry you. No!
That's pretty
That's
funny.
a cute clip.
Oh, TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah, basically, TikTok. Marry me, Rebecca. No.
That was old.
Mm-hmm.
That was like musically status. For those of us who remember,
I think
back
it
when
stuck
TikTok
around
had
for a
different
little
name.
bit during the transition. Well, no, before TikTok and Musical.ly merged and just became TikTok.
Yep.
Well, didn't the company that owns TikTok buy Musical.ly?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because TikTok was like a overseas thing. I think it was particularly like a Chinese
Mhm.
app, and they were like, "Hey, Musical.ly has a good audience, and it's the same thing as our app, but it's younger. What if we just bought it, and then their audience is now our audience?"
Yeah.
It was a very strong idea.
Which is great because it's a Chinese company, so our audience.
Hey.
That's funny.
But it was really cool
Oh,
Communism.
I
because
was like, what are you getting at?
Musical.ly was focused on doing the lip syncings, and TikTok is more like Baby Vine.
Yeah. So combine the two audiences.
Yeah, and you were like, "Oh, look at that."
That's why I love it. Baby Vine.
Baby Vine.
Baby Vine, baby Vine.
I got a kitty, guys. We don't have to fight the time dimensional anymore.
That's true.
Oh.
But I don't have
What?
a kitty.
Yeah, look, is she purring?
Is that how
She's
that
so
works?
warm and
I
cuddles.
think it's in the core rulebook.
Yeah.
If at any time a player is...
Now, Brock, if you would like to at any time pull out the core rulebook for Pathfinder and
We do have one.
flip through it and find the exact rule that says that we're wrong, you can do that. But I think we win.
So unless you can find the rule that says we're wrong,
I don't think that's how that works.
That is how that works.
Pretty sure.
you don't have to find the rule that says we're right. You have to find the rule that says we're wrong.
Yeah,
Baby kitty, baby,
that's
baby
true.
kitty.
That's in the rulebook too.
Baby kitty, baby kitty.
It's all in the rulebook.
Baby kitty, baby kitty.
So
Yeah,
he's
'cause
gonna
we all know
be
the rules are like guidelines.
hop. He's gonna basically come up.
Oh shit.
With another one?
Yeah, no one's gonna like kind of hop up with it.
Weird.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is Pathfinder.
Custom campaign.
Yeah.
It's like D&D, but with more numbers.
Basically,
I mean,
Oh, so there's a
or you
cat.
just say 3.5, and
Yeah.
then it's like
I think, doesn't Pathfinder have more numbers than 3.5? Didn't they add more numbers?
They took away numbers.
Oh, did they?
They condensed the skill list.
that's true.
Like 25% of the skill list is got. Use rope used to be a skill.
Yes.
yeah.
Perception
Use
was
rope.
a skill. Perception was spot and listen.
forgery. Yeah, spot
No, it was
and
search,
Forgery?
spot, and listen. One was for far off things, one was for close up things, and then listen.
And then
really fun.
stealth was move silently
and hide.
and hide.
Oh wow.
And
Jump
then
was a separate skill.
yeah,
Forgery and innuendo were skills.
Yeah, innuendo now is just in bluff. Forgery's now just in linguistics.
Innuendo.
no innuendos and sense motive.
Looks like it's.
Oh,
for
is
people.
I mean, yeah, it is for people with
Yeah.
friends. Or with people that want to go and play with strangers at game shops. People do that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wonder who does that here.
We're not friends. We just play together.
I guess you probably don't
I
really
don't
play
play
with strangers, do you?
D&D. No.
What are you
I
talking about?
only play
Friends.
D&D.
Well, you play at the
What is
game
this
shop,
word,
at least,
friends?
so.
These
I
are
also-
all my
yeah.
enemies.
You are a part of it, actually.
You keep your enemies
Oh.
close.
You're our friends now. We're having soft tacos later.
Really?
Okay, I'm down. Who's getting the soft taco stuff?
I'll be back.
Oh, people.
Taco Bell will be open when we're done. We can go there.
Okay.
I didn't say we were house making the soft tacos. That sounds like work.
Didn't say we were having good soft tacos.
I didn't mention the quality of the soft.
See, the problem is you didn't imply before. You hadn't implied diarrhea. Now you are, and I'm not sure if I'm okay with this.
Oh,
That's
Alright, so
not
this boy
weird,
comes
alright.
up from over the roof.
He came up onto the
got
roof.
a
Excellent.
kitty.
Because he
got
knew
a
there was a
warm
30-foot tall
kitty,
guy who could just see
got
him
a
on the roof, so,
kitty, got a
Excellent.
warm
so they
kitty,
can't just pop up.
got a kitty,
Oh, he also
got a
remembers
warm
everything.
kitty,
It's like they saw this coming.
Well,
got a warm
kind of, yeah.
kitty.
So it's that funny
Hey.
thing.
Oh,
of-
sweet.
Lauren, chill.
Perfect.
Nice.
Ooh,
You promise?
You're a friend.
thanks, Lauren. You're now friends.
Yay!
You're bringing soft tacos later. You can share the cat.
Perfect.
Either this one or the other cat.
I don't know where the other cat is.
So Austin,
Yeah,
being
I
very
know
suspiciously
you
quiet.
as a Cyclops boy are real bad at this, but can you give me a fort save?
Oh, I'm garbage at that.
I know it's so garbage. Like reflex is probably your best, but
It's really aided by all of that heavy armor.
and that size.
37.
Yeah, go figure. It doesn't realize how quite good.
Hey,
yours
reflex
is.
isn't half bad. Maybe reflex is 11.
Okay, that is good,
That's
but
pretty
comparatively, that's bad.
You
Yeah.
crush saves, man.
Well, he's a wisdom-based druid
Yeah.
who polymorphs into a large-sized creature.
A huge-sized creature who also has rage.
which gives
Oh,
con, yeah.
Yeah.
So that helps your fort and your. So
And
your
my will.
reflex is half your will save.
I have
with raging.
Zyrtec with
Yeah.
me. You'll be fine.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, we have Benadryl and generic allergy pills in the cabinet.
So,
That's
like,
fine.
you're set.
You're definitely set. You'll be fine.
A lot of people are addicted to cats.
You're having soft tacos and holding cats. You're welcome.
Good sound.
If you stick around long enough, we can play VR. And
Yeah.
if you take out like an extra long time, you can learn how to play D&D. But that takes a lot longer than
It'll
like
take a long
eating
time.
soft tacos
So-
or petting cats or VR or all of them together.
So
Well, I mean, if we
I
taught
still
them
don't
5e, it
wanna
wouldn't
play.
be that complicated.
It's still the concept. The biggest thing
Not
that
really.
my Saturday game's having a hard time having ideas and not just following.
It really
Like
depends
a
on the
line.
person. If
I
the
mean,
person
yes.
has is creative, it's
Mhm.
usually not that hard.
that's true. Like Matt, he picked the vine.
No, I mean that's
No.
kind of how this works for
Yes.
us.
that's why I say pick the
Um,
vine pretty quick.
We came to the conclusion very early on that as soon as we put a camera on and there were people watching us, we're going to have to take some time to like talk to the people that are watching us. Because otherwise, it's almost
annoyed. You should have seen me at the beginning.
That's just his normal face.
Yeah. There's a reason
My
that
face is great.
there's a reason we
My face
stream
is
under the just chatting
no.
tag.
Trust me. You are not the reason that he is annoyed. That is us. We do that. That is our job.
That's very fair.
With the DMs and the players, yeah, basically.
Speaking of which, I feel like the problem really is that we just don't have enough fish content right now.
Would you say our lack of fish
See?
content
See?
makes us seem like we're catfishing people?
Ah!
I think we should go
See what
catch
you did
He's
some.
been sitting on that for a while.
I introduced you as a good. You're gonna
You
I
really,
love you.
he really baited you into that one.
I hate you so much.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Quick vocab lesson. The guy on the end is the game master.
Dungeon
It is-
Master.
It depends on the game. Right now it's Pathfinder.
Dungeon Master, I think, is specifically trademarked for Dungeons and
Dungeon-
Dragons.
Yeah, so you are the game master. I feel
Every
like we
other-
should
yes.
might as well just explain it for role-playing games in general. So he's the game master. It is his job to be annoyed.
Yeah.
And we kind of just poke fun at him for about 4 hours.
Goodbye, Lou.
This is D&D. This is how we
And that is how you play
That's how you play
role-playing games.
And occasionally we roll some dice.
One guy tries to run it, we just annoy that guy until we call it quits for the night.
Oh, God.
That sounds like it.
Some people can get together and have like a cohesive, like story-based, fun time.
Those
But
aren't the
that's-
people that play weekly.
But that's not how this
Don't
works.
give her unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. Hey,
Well-
those people also don't play
Well,
bi-weekly.
so long as we don't tell her to go try like watching Critical Role first to
Yes.
have an idea of how the game
This
should be
must be
played.
how every game goes.
It's like, oh yeah, if you want to learn how to play the game, just watch Critical Role, and that's just how you have to do it every single time.
Yeah.
How
and
do
then
they do it?
don't be disappointed. Ever.
Well, if you do it that, if you
Alright,
do
so
it
this
like they
full
do,
of
you're not
beers
gonna be
on the top of the
disappointed.
roof here.
Well, if you do it
And he
like
tried
they
to
do, and then
boop
nobody
Malcolm.
else does it like they do.
We try to boop him from
You
afar.
moved him a little bit.
Baby, you.
Yeah, so another misery thingamajig name that I can't say, just kind of like walks up, and then I think kind of just like pops up behind it, and then just kind of points his finger and goes pew.
Oh.
I mean,
And he-
yeah, we can.
Oh.
We can do that.
Are we using our made-up names or our real names?
It doesn't matter.
It depends on the person.
And somebody pewed me.
He pewed you with spellcraft. You guys know what it is. I tried to disintegrate you. So you
Oh.
took 14 damage.
Okay, see that
instead.
sounds like way more fun. Make up names for us.
Yeah, make up names.
All right, so start off with him.
This
and
guy.
then go around.
I already have a couple.
Yeah.
And the big boy.
Are you gonna make up our favorite
Yeah.
food also,
Yeah,
or just our name?
time-dimensional.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Disintegrate is one of those
Is it
spells that just
disintegrate?
kind of makes you sad.
Oh shit.
You're like, no.
It's a spell that if you fail your save is going to
So
hurt
it
a lot.
turns out that no disintegrations wasn't a directive. It was just a statement of the fact that it's not gonna happen.
No.
No disintegrations. Well,
No
that's like
disintegration.
Because I feel like he tried some will save
Delivery
based
from
thing.
Mr.
I don't know where the sound's
Mr.
coming
Feet,
from.
a Bob A. Feet.
Okay, we're starting with Cat Guy.
Your cat guy.
Is that his name, or are we coming up with distinguishing as him first?
I don't know. We'll find out. The
Figure
suspense is killing me.
Well, regardless, we all know his nickname is Cat Guy. From now on.
Oh, I had opened up Chef Swag's stream, and his starting soon sound was this like smooth.
Oh.
My phone started playing like chill step, and I'm like, where the hell is that noise coming from?
Beg your pardon.
I'm like, nothing. I mean, that's TikTok is loud and abrasive.
So that was
not
the
that.
scary spider lady did the disintegrating.
No,
Chill
that was the
step
time
sounds
dimensional did the disintegrate.
Yeah.
All right, so when is Mitch's acting?
Now
as
Mitch
well?
can try his thingy
All right. Well, it needs to give me a, I believe,
Forward?
it is a fortitude save.
Forward. Okay.
Or else he turns into a popsicle.
What DC? It's a supernatural ability, I believe, right? Not a spell like.
Hex is a
Whatever
spell.
hexes are, which I think
Spell
are,
like.
Hexes.
Does it differ from the hex, or is it hexes in general?
I think hexes in general are spell legs.
Like spells, they blind
That's yeah, witch. Just look at witch because it works like witch.
it works exactly like witch.
Yeah. Okay, so it does depend on it. So it's called Ice Tomb.
Oh, SU, so supernatural.
Oh, that would
Oh,
be supernatural.
supernatural.
Yeah. So it does vary. Most of them are.
Okay.
They're almost all.
So this one is a supernatural ability.
There's some extraordinary abilities. Yeah, no, the hex is a spell like looks like actually.
Weird.
Carry on my wayward son.
Because it has S.
Oh, no, I'm
When
Tim.
you are
Oh,
done.
I'm Brian. That's actually kind of
You're,
close.
you're Alan.
Favorite food is
soup.
Tony,
Oh,
John,
I
and
do
Greg.
like soup.
Mashed potatoes. That's
Favorite food is cheese. Okay.
My favorite food is avocados.
Nice.
Sweet.
Hipster.
No, he's more of a savory.
What was the DC?
What was the DC?
26.
28.
Well,
so he's icy boy.
well,
Put that in somewhere.
not really.
No.
Oh wait, you said 20.
He takes some damage. Did you roll 3 ones?
No, 2 of them though.
That's 11.
So you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half of 3 damage,
Darn you to heck.
and I can't use this hex on him again for 1 day.
Wait, so if we start over, will that be the same day as?
We'll see when we get there. Because that's a funny question.
Because that's how hexes usually work, more or less.
Yeah.
So back to these 2 things that are still. No,
What? No,
I
there's no
pop
Mitch.
So it will pop.
Yeah,
now
There is only snare.
I'm Tony.
on his turn.
I'm John.
So yeah, it goes Tim, Brian, Alan, Tony, John, Greg.
Yeah.
It's Tony because you're currently living in New York, and Tony just sounds like.
Hey, Tony.
Tony, you know. I'm from New York.
Sure.
I don't want to tell you sound like you're about to vomit, but you look like you're about to vomit.
The pizza. Now I really just want you to just like quote like Jon Stewart's Chicago style pizza. Like the slice, like some sort with the sauce atop the cheese, atop like some sort of sauce.
I've never seen.
I just want to know that if I get drunk and pass out on my pizza, I'm not gonna drown. It's a sauce-filled above-ground swimming pool for rats.
What just happened?
It's amazing. Jon Stewart went on the Daily Show. He went on a rant about Chicago-style pizza.
Oh my
versus-
god.
My favorite part is the ending. He's like, "But here's the thing."
They have airwalk. So
You can call
essentially-
it Chicago style pizza. You can call it deep dish pizza. But you
Oh,
know
yeah,
what we
these guys
call
suck.
this here?
Don't worry, we'll get poof back to
Call
yesterday in
this
a second.
pizza.
Yeah.
I was like,
It'll come up
that's
a
so
little
nice.
bit.
Exactly.
So they're
Exactly.
airwalking to the level where they can whirl one to all of us.
Oh lordy.
Yes.
I think Ellen does like soup.
I feel like that's accurate.
Alan likes
Yeah.
soup.
Alan works at Olive Garden, and they are known for their soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Right, I'm Alan. I was
Yes,
like,
you
who
are
else works
Alan.
at Olive Garden?
So I think he does like
Retired.
soup. Yeah.
I do like soup. I like the Zupa a lot, actually.
The Zupa is the best Zupa.
It is the
Yeah.
superior soup. Zupa.
It's pretty good soup.
It's good Zupa.
Zupa is the superior Zupa.
So
So that thing's gonna run up. This
They're
one. will
both
run
gonna
up. This
whirlwind.
is its first round. It's gonna roll. That one can't because whirlwind's a full round attack, but it will get 1 attack. No, don't fall off the table. Don't get cocked.
Or two.
Okay.
Hey, you do you.
Yeah, we're
Or
not the
let
judge.
someone else do you. Either way.
Very true.
either way.
Get cocked, give the cock, you know, whatever.
Cacking it.
Just make sure you don't go off half cocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's your AC at the moment?
What?
What's your AC at the moment?
35.
Okay, so it'll miss you, but it'll hit you two
That's a nice
for a
AC.
whopping 8 damage.
That's a nice AC.
Hey, give me a will save you two. Please.
Juice. Very nice.
Myself.
Wait, if you had to kill someone in the group, who would you kill?
Myself. No, I'll kill Brandon. And then Brandon can kill me.
You can't kill yourself.
We have a pact.
Does it say you can't? Oh no, I
You
didn't read
can't
that
kill
far.
yourself. So I'll kill you and you can kill me. We have permission. Okay.
This is very.
Because we know that we would both want to put out of our misery to save everyone else.
Yes.
You are rage. You're good. Give me a will save.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't have to, but I rolled anyways.
What did you roll, sure? Was it a number on the d20 that was not negative?
I rolled an 11 plus
Okay, you're
23 is a 34.
19.
And you already had it?
Yes.
Okay, so
Is it will save?
you're still affected.
Were you-
and
I
it
don't
gets
think you were
five-
hit.
You weren't hit.
Oh, okay.
So basically, nothing changes for you. It just gets 5 hit points.
No!
Never.
87.
That's not happening.
No.
You're a
No.
valuable member of this community,
Yep.
What?
whereas I am not. So therefore,
Yep. He's not even a person. He's a potato.
I don't know,
That's-
guys. Is she following us yet?
wait, I'm a
Yikes.
potato. But
Oh,
my favorite
no, I don't think
food
she's following
is
us.
mashed
Oh,
potatoes.
then she has no protection at this moment in time.
Oh yeah.
Only followers are protected.
No, Austin, you broke it. I am a potato as a person, but my favorite food is mashed potatoes. Therefore, I am a cannibal, which means that's against the law, so I must be killed.
Wow.
How much
kinda
damage was
followed
it? Minus. It was 8 damage. So.
There we go.
Yay!
Perfect.
Oh, we have dancing SpongeBob. I haven't seen that yet.
That's right, you changed stuff.
Does it make like a little noise with
It
it?
does.
What noise does it make?
I don't remember.
It's like a week ago.
I did a lot of
so,
different ones.
Yeah.
Nice.
For different things.
And
So
all the
that
sound
other
is
one
off
will
on
fly
everything.
up.
Right, we can't hear a damn thing.
So I'm gonna walk up and get a swipe by you, and you'll take 13. Give me another will save.
Okay, 13, another will save. Well,
I want to see if it gains 5
also,
hit points. or
thank
not.
you
So
for the
many
follow.
wills.
It was very much appreciated. Someone tell me what that number is. I
9.
think it's a 9.
Yeah,
Great.
it's a 9.
21.
It gets 5 hit points.
Ooh.
There's a little too many will saves for my taste.
Speaking of which, your turn,
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
My Taste.
Oh, there's not enough will saves for my taste. But
He wants all the will saves.
Uh,
Which one are you shooting?
22.
Which one are you
Shooting.
shooting?
defensively is DC
Shooting the new one, the
15
one
plus
who's
double
already
spell.
been-
Oh wait, it's my turn.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I
defensively
thought you
is
said
15
Yeah,
plus
no,
double
you're not
spell.
rolling a will save.
No.
Oh,
It's just your turn to
okay,
hit
all right,
things.
all right.
Scene 17.
In that case,
So this one just popped up in one go. That
Yeah.
one's a little wounded.
I'm gonna shoot this boy that popped up.
Okay.
Full round
Can't
attack,
be-
mini
can't
shot,
be,
rapid
you
shot, deadly aim. Let's go.
15
Okay.
plus double spell.
Another 90, 20. Nope.
Oh,
That's a
So you're
36
casting,
damage.
I
Seven
see some ones there. I don't know.
Yeah,
That'll hit.
awesome.
So 29
Well,
minus
you're adding 14 plus your wisdom.
yeah, so
I think I meant
29
once.
minus, so I rolled
Uh,
6 up.
There were 2 of them.
It does
There were 2 of them.
After a while.
53 points of damage.
One.
He did it to me.
Second shot.
Very fair.
Oh, and to
Uh,
answer your
37.
question, Alan, I'm pretty sure I would kill Alan to save the rest of us.
That actually-
Yeah, I guess I will kill Greg then.
That seems only fair.
Yeah.
Hold
32
up.
points.
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna quote this now because
Third
I want
shot?
this saved.
Oh.
Okay.
We need to remember this.
I'm gonna copy that.
What's the
Natty 20?
command?
So it's exclamation
Okay, is
point
this your
quote,
third attack or
space
fourth?
Third.
add
Okay.
space
Confirm.
So exclamation point.
That'll confirm.
quote.
36. Yeah. Okay.
The quote.
Alright,
No, no, no.
nice.
No,
The
like
word
the word
quote.
quote.
That's
It's
the
only
command
times
is
three.
exclamation
Times
point
3.
quote.
Right.
So 3d8.
Plus-
So exclamation point quote
72.
Yes.
Yeah.
space add space
And then now you have to give
put the
her
quotation marks there.
credit
Put the
for it.
quotation marks at the
I'm
end.
missing a D8.
And then go space dash space.
Oh, that's right.
Lauren 3127.
This was our first fan quote in our catalog.
Yeah. And then just send it.
Um,
That should work. There you go.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
baby.
To do what we're supposed to
Yeah,
do
I
for
love
like
this stuff.
killing each other, or for the game of Pathfinder.
Last attack.
So
29.
right now we're in a combat, so each person takes their own turn. So they do all the things that they're going to do, and then they pass it. Yeah.
Now it's dead.
Yeah,
Um,
25 points of damage.
And so this does give
Boom.
us a very good chance
God,
to interact with the chat while the game master and the active player are busy.
Yeah. Oh, combat's a great time.
So
for the
it's
chat to
it's
get
so it's
active.
not like
Because
we're
I'm good.
trusting them to do it. It's just
So,
that
is he
They're
on
gonna do
top
their
of
own
the
thing
building?
we're not
regardless.
particularly
He's like,
necessary at that point.
I was gonna say 20 feet above. So yeah.
But I'm within 40 feet of fly charging distance, right?
1, 2,
Oh
3, 4,
yeah,
5,
no.
6,
So
7, 8,
when we take
9,
damage, yes,
11, 12.
it's honor system
charge,
basically
yeah.
that we're taking the
Okay.
damage as we're
So-
said it as we should be taking it.
And it's
And
plus
we're
2 to
not
charge?
assholes, so we take
yeah,
the
I
damage.
think you'll get an attack of 2.
Yeah, that would be cheating, and we don't cheat.
Yeah.
It will. So
And I take minus 2 to my AC because I charge.
So
Well,
33 is what
The
you're
ones that
going
are still
for?
here playing,
Ouch.
don't
We,
cheat.
the collective
Ouch.
5 of 6 of us, don't cheat.
6?
so
36 confirms because I'm at 33
does
right
26 confirm?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, sorry. This guy was.
Sorry.
now.
This creature's second subtype is actually ooze, giving it immunity to critical hits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tim. Oh man, you're
Actually,
being
since
called
this
out
had
as
critical hits,
dishonest.
That's true.
And I am.
This thing does
So-
have-
There.
Fair
You
enough.
could be lying about that.
Oh, I cheat when I'm in that chair all the time.
It's kind of like their job too, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, no, that's a bad story.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A round 1 crit is a bad story from the bad guys.
I allowed a round 1 crit once when I was in that chair. It was on my character, so.
And
You're just
I
sort of like,
won.
I hate you.
Has anybody hit that guy?
Brand just rolled a 1, so no.
Well, no, I mean, he's talking about the other
Oh, that one.
misery.
So he killed the one who popped up. That one's wounded. And then he just ran up and missed.
So I'm gonna.
I just rolled a 1 on my charge.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
give
am
me
wondering
will save.
who took a turn since my turn and what did they do?
I killed that boy.
I believe you are next.
Will save because the
Oh, Nils
time
did not
dimensional hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
'Cause I was
it's
like,
slow.
he almost killed one on his turn.
Is this with
And
the
I
minus
wounded
4?
one on my turn.
Yes,
And then
that's
he killed one on his
So I
turn.
rolled
And I was
an
like, but
18
where's
and
everybody
got
else's
22.
turns?
Yeah.
So
I know the ice tomb.
You are good.
Nils, I'd really prefer you kill that guy.
Poor ice.
That's bad that you're laughing.
Because your will save. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Well, with the minus 4.
Yeah,
it's
I
my
forgot
worst.
your will save was the lowest in the party. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a
yeah,
minus
minus
4 of those will
4.
saves that I failed.
Okay.
So I failed worse.
I thought you could count that, which.
Nope.
I'm
No, I
sorry.
No, my will save so low.
What is it right now?
Mine's well, normally my will save. So I have an 18 fort, 16 reflex, and 8 will. But because I got minus 4 to everything,
Right.
Yeah.
minus 4 to all those.
24.
And I normally have a 14, 15,
Sorry, what are you
12.
He's shooting the little
So I
guy.
have a
Oh, little guy?
10, 11,
so
8
24.
That'll miss.
right now.
What do you add to attack rolls?
Oh wait, sorry, 34.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah, I was like, that looks like a
I'm like,
12 on the die to me.
I was like,
I think yeah,
I
12.
was like, hold up here. I was
think
like,
you
why
rolled
am
a
I?
2.
Yeah, really.
So first one's a hit, second
And
one's
then
a
37. So that
That'll hit.
hit as well. And that's going to be a 28.
That'll hit.
and then I don't think so.
And 17.
No.
I don't think that one hits.
34. I don't think that hits.
Not at this level. That shouldn't hit anything. Either that or why are you fighting it? Okay, you know what? It could be an ooze.
Mhm.
That would hit an ooze.
So at 34,
34 on your fourth hit. You still add.
I had 17.
Damn. On your
Oh.
fourth.
Rapid shot. So it's only minus 5. Minus 7.
Oh, I'm thinking we're higher level up, and that was a minus 12.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we
fair.
have a TV screen built into the middle of our table so we can project maps onto it, and that's what we use instead of doing.
No, we can't actually do it.
Like drawing on a whiteboard.
But it is clear plastic, so we could draw on it with dry erase markers.
This
do that
is most
sometimes.
definitely a
Kind
math
of like
game.
a math game.
It is a simple addition and subtraction game, and occasionally, very rarely, a multiplication game.
And some division.
Division?
Yeah, when you have to do like calculate half damage. That's
Oh,
division.
okay, that's fair, yeah.
Carrying the math game?
Yeah.
Who's Brian?
Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are Brian. Okay.
Brian's Brian. What kind of a question is that?
Yeah.
I'm so bad with names.
Alan, I mean, I know you're bad at coming up with names. You shouldn't be bad at remembering everybody else.
It honestly, it goes hand
Tim
in
has
hand.
a good point.
I want to make name tags for everybody.
Oh, please do. That'd be great. I'll put it like right here with both sides so I remember my name.
And by carrying the math game you mean in this combat, I have done literally nothing.
Alright, 34 on the
Yeah.
first one.
I also have done literally nothing. That's not true. I've done 3 points for cold damage.
Do you know
had-
if these guys?
I've had
Do we
twice
know
as
if these
many
guys have DR?
chances as you.
This thing does.
No,
That-
these little guys.
no, the little ones have fast hitting 10.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's been one round,
Yeah.
so he's.
This
healed
guy
like
has
15.
DR against everything 10.
Excellent.
26.
So you're still
Is he just DR dash?
36? DR
26.
slash 10 and resist 10.
Oh, good. Yeah,
26 more.
I've done no
So
damage.
first one's big.
Cool.
26. for the
Cold
second
damage
one.
is past DR.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But it has resist all elemental 10.
24.
Motherfucker.
Why? Why would you do this, Brock?
I didn't do that one.
I thought you
Hey,
made
Tony.
all these things.
Tony, how was your day today?
18.
No, it's that.
Oh.
No, I gave it a small tweak that is very relevant, and the other things I didn't touch.
A little pizza.
Okay, cool. I don't have to roll anything. Thanks. Really appreciate that.
Hey, Maldrick, your turn.
I don't have to cast defense anymore, so
Now I want
DC
pizza.
26 disintegrate.
Yeah, me too.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Eye for eye, tit for
It
tat.
made the first 26.
Do I have to roll for spell resistance?
Yes.
What do I add to my 13 die roll?
You add your caster level.
So 27.
You do pass.
Good. I would have been really upset.
That would have been a real problem.
Because it's usually 11 plus stuff.
You get to roll some dice, sir. Like 28.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, how many dice do you get to
It's
roll?
2 per caster level, up
10,
to 40.
11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh shit, son.
I'll
Would you
take
like-
out the 2
would you like
wonky
some more?
dice. No, I'll just roll these twice.
Okay.
That'll work.
It's fun rolling a bunch of dice at once. I enjoy it. So not only is
This
his
is half.
weapon a standard
that
action
spread.
16d6 d8, but he also can sometimes just cast a spell that's, 28
Well, Matt knows
d8.
Disintegrate because one of the characters in the podcast likes to use Disintegrate.
Yeah.
Also likes to roll d6s.
Yeah, that's his whole character.
Because Disintegrate is a rad spell.
Yeah.
Thank you, Destruction Domain,
Yes.
for giving Disintegrate to a druid. 20, 30, 40.
Just like Fire Domain giving Fireball to a druid.
So 44 is half of it.
Right. That's only half the dice. Funny enough, he doesn't have any deal against Disintegrate because it's not
So that's
typed
50.
damage.
So 44, that goes to 50, 60,
Oh, you're counting it that way. Okay.
yeah. 70, 80, 90.
It's a satisfying number.
It's a very satisfying.
But yes, that was a lot of dice at once. 28 d6.
We are 14th level, so
Yeah, the game
That is relevant.
caps out at 20 usually.
So we're pretty beefy.
So we're
We'll be
almost
beat.
75% of the way there.
it will be 15.
The only
for today.
game that I've ever played that uses more dice is Warhammer 40k.
Oh, the actual Warhammer 40k with all the
Yes.
armies?
Yeah, Warhammer 40k.
Yes.
Not
So many
Dark
dice.
Heresy.
Oh, you're
Because
playing.
all of your
40K.
attacks, it's a D6 game, so all of your attacks, all of
Alright,
your
so
defense.
I'm playing Tyranid. So all these guys
Oh,
are gonna
gosh.
fire. I got like 30 of them. Each one can fire like twice, and they each get an extra one. So here's 90 dice.
What is the roll that? It's like a separate table. Part of your.
Oh, do you
Just
remember
for
Michael
dice.
Ford's Warhammer dice?
Oh, they were teeny. You're right.
They were very.
They
They're
sell
very small.
blocks of.
They're
like,
very small dice.
30 dice.
Yeah, it's your turn, sir.
Okay.
Have you guys...
And then I think units. What is it? Units hit on this number up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the dice that have the chips in them? So when you roll it, it tracks like
I have seen it. Yeah,
what the number is
Oh,
that the
that's
dice
cute.
was
they're
rolled.
very
No way,
expensive
really?
right now.
They're very
But
expensive.
I'm sure
I've
they're.
seen them, and they're cool.
Does it
How
link to,
expensive
like,
is
their
very
phone?
expensive? Out of curiosity.
Like a pair of dice is like 60
You
bucks.
pair it to your
Okay.
phone or to
I
your
was thinking like
computer.
$10 a die.
Wow.
So yeah.
So let's see.
30 bucks a die.
That's amazing.
Oh, pair.
But
Okay.
that
Pair
might
is
as well
60.
just use, like,
I was thinking
digital-
set. If I misheard you.
No, a pair.
But it-
2 d6s.
If you use a digital die counter, you're losing the satisfaction of rolling the dice. It's just you don't have to take the time
So
to
this
add
is
it up.
60 puts me to there.
Oh, okay.
That's true. That's true.
Alright.
That is really crazy.
Do I want to do something like cast a spell, or am I just gonna get closer?
What's all in the building?
20
15
feet.
to 20.
20 feet?
I'll say 20 for simplicity.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll go up 15 feet-ish.
Moving.
So you were like the
Flying.
ability was like to like his stomach on him, and now it's like his ankle ish.
No, I'll only go up 10
so I
feet.
could just put on a shocking grasp, but also like
Just 20 goes to a 30 goes
just
to
a
a
normal
20.
shocking
Never mind.
grasp now.
Normal?
Normal shocking grasps.
Why is it normal?
This is not the build I did, Brock.
Oh, that's fair. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, Loxus with intensified shocking grasps.
I mean, like
round.
every magus ever with intensified shocking grasp.
Which like, I'm gonna play a
Same
little
answer.
different.
So yeah, instead,
Instead
ooh,
you ice
I'll
thing.
take this turn to cast Blade Tutor's Spirit.
Is that the one that gives you frost and? The...
No, that's the
I
one
saw
that
this today,
basically
I'm not
takes
focused
away all of my penalties for.
That's such a sick spell.
It's so good
Why is it required big? Oh, for rolling
for
so much
rolling
dice.
so many dice.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I can get to there and I can cast that spell, and that's my turn.
Well, you know what they say about guys with big hands, right?
They can
need
roll a lot of
Big
dice.
gloves.
Oh.
Roll a lot of dice.
Yeah, we're in
Tim, Brian, and Alan's
their
house.
house.
Yeah.
We are roomies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that half of the table is our roommates.
My table. I like it.
We're the three best friends that anyone can have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have.
And the rest of us have just started showing up, and they're okay with it.
Pretty much.
we realized the three of us, just being the three of us, was kind of weird. So we left our door open one day, and people slowly walked in,
Just wandered in.
and we kind of like, hey, you want to kick it? Like, sure. So yeah.
Well,
Looks
I don't think
And that's.
Alan would have chosen me, except for he's literally known me his entire life.
I didn't have a choice.
He's kind of forced
Hey,
to be my best friend.
I chose both of you
He
on
did choose.
purpose. Wasn't even an accident.
Yeah, the other three guys do live in
It
different
may have hoped
houses.
that we wrote we should hang out over somewhere in each other's.
This
U-boats,
guy's
and then we did.
And we did.
visiting
And then we did.
from the other side of the country.
NYC. Just got here
NYC,
this
NYC.
morning.
No, you didn't.
I got to hear about it.
What play is that from? That's from.
What is that from?
Ooh.
No, I know.
Ooh.
It's Is that 42nd Street?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Were you in it with
I was not.
But did
Nope, they weren't either.
Classic Tony.
no? Did the high school community?
They did it.
So
EDMT?
yeah, EDMT.
They
That's
did
what
it. I wasn't in it.
I saw that. Was Elizabeth in it?
He's getting so
No.
close.
Why would I have seen an EDMT that you weren't in?
I love this so much because Matt's just like, nope.
Nope.
Getting closer.
Nope.
What is it? What play is that from?
Annie.
Why did I see Annie if you weren't in Annie?
Did you see it?
Classic Tony.
Classic.
Just got here this morning. Big town. Something, something. Something, something.
Great lyrics.
Yeah, I know. It's really good.
Very original.
It's no Irving Berlin, but you
It's
know,
no-
it'll do. It'll do.
Yeah.
Something, something.
Yeah.
That's more of an Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Were you building?
I'm no Andrew Lloyd Webber,
Do we
but.
print them out?
Why are we building puzzles?
Thank God. Did
Thank-
you see
so,
what
like-
they did to cats?
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Didn't look at them.
I don't
heard.
want
Well,
it.
apparently
no.
not enough people saw what they did to cats.
Yeah, it's like tanking.
Go back to it.
You know, you got like a 19% on
on
Rotten
the right
Tomatoes.
angle. 19%.
Do you know how bad a movie has to be to get 19%?
What movie got 7% recently? I forget.
7? Holy shit.
I don't know if it got that bad, but I'm pretty sure The Grudge actually got worse than 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The original Grudge?
No, the new one.
Oh.
They made a
The-
new one?
Yeah, they made a remake. It just
That's
came out like a
probably
week
why.
ago.
What? That's why I haven't heard of it.
Who started it?
I went to go
it's
see it.
turned.
It was awful.
So
Jesus. I'm curious.
it at this point is going to.
But I figured
as
it
it's
was a horror
literally,
movie, so how bad could it possibly be, right?
half dead.
Scarily bad.
Can I just
Yeah.
reach out its
Something
hand
like
again
that.
and do a similar sort of thing?
Yeah, tell
But-
us where.
We really will save.
Yes, if you were wearing a coat.
Because he's a classy motherfucker.
Hey,
Classy.
Maldrick and Nils, give me a perception check.
Oh, I'll just use that will save as a perception check instead, I guess.
Sure.
Mm.
That works too, because this would happen
It's a little
first.
cold in here.
50.
That's okay.
That's a
Hey,
number.
what'd you get compared to his 50?
I got 38.
50?
Still,
Did you say 50?
No.
5-0?
No, I would never say
Oh my
5-0.
I mean, that's true. He did say 5-0.
What a ridiculous thing to say 5-0. Like, what do you think I am? Building a cute Dutch cottage on my phone? No. Look at that. Built that shit.
Nice.
The Grudge is currently
Oh, I
at
see what you're
13%.
I'm a
The-
very cold individual.
for your peace of mind,
I also have a scar.
Matt, 14 ranks because we're 14th level,
Yeah.
plus a 9 wisdom modifier, plus 10 miscellaneous, for a plus 33 perception.
Plus 33.
And I rolled a
Not
17.
what I have written
Fucking
down.
Also, Tony is skin and bones. Anywhere he goes, he's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm very cold. I'm a very cold person. Stop it. Knock it off.
But I was feeling your
I mean-
bone wrapped in skin.
Yeah,
I'm
I
also
like
wearing
it.
a hat, so he's not the only one.
I'm a very cold individual, though, just in general.
Oh, I'm just dead inside, so.
So what did the 50
Fair enough.
perception score notice?
It noticed as he stretched out his hand to literally do the same thing you've seen. You see a weird glow coming from him, like an item in his possession. I don't know if he sees what I'm pointing at, but I think he can guess.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Ren
then
the friend.
as he goes, you guys all, hey, give me a will save.
Everyone?
Yeah.
So I rolled a 15.
Nat 20.
Plus 4 is 19.
I rolled a nat 20.
I still have my -4, don't I?
Yes.
Okay.
I also think I have the highest
Oh,
will save in the game.
nice.
You have the highest will save here, that's for sure.
I got a 24.
Okay.
18.
So, go on to 18,
28.
28.
24.
You did say that. You're good.
19.
Hey, Austin, what did you get on your will save?
43.
Okay. Barely, but yes. Thank you. So, you guys all get sucked in. Well, like has happened before, except this time it's happening a little different. you last time had like
Ye gods, man.
What if it's different good?
Contain yourself.
That wasn't a good or bad. That was just a surprise.
I didn't see this coming.
It's not the same.
Oh, that was so
a
funny.
reaction. Anyway.
I don't know. I do it a lot, but I think
for some reason that time was just better.
Ye gods, man. Great Scott.
You guys will go through the same sort of thing, except this time it's a lot more like, well, for the 4 of you who at least remember going through this again, it'll be more stretched out, and you literally like see yourselves like I actually kind of pictured in the opening cinematic of Samurai Jack, where it's him like flying through like black
And he actually
white.
sees
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He like literally like sees it, and he kind of feels his face kind of like distorting almost.
Gotta get back.
You also see each other going through with it like in front of you, going
Okay.
through time. More than less.
More than less?
I mean, I guess you
Less
don't
than
know exactly if you are going through time, but it's pretty safe to assume you are going through time.
Samurai Jack. Best to do, best to do some stuff and things.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. Round
But-
3. Let's do this again.
But this time,
Oh shit! Here we go again.
as you guys
we
go
find
through,
ourselves in
Here we
Arkham.
go again.
We went further back in time.
no,
They don't usually do this, but for special cases.
you guys actually appear outside the city, next to it, and its 3 misery sick tempora, just kind of in a literally like outside the city, just kind of in a field, in a hosh posh mess thing, and it does not look happy to see you guys there with him.
I'm usually not happy to see them either, but I've gotten used to it by now.
So I wanted to somehow randomly determine where you guys all were with respect to each other. So I'm trying. I did not decide how I randomly wanted to determine this.
I can't figure out where it goes.
Hey, you 5, I'll just roll a die onto the table.
A D20?
Any die.
Any die. Okay.
Oh.
It's real.
Alan got it.
Right. I like that. That's cool. I like this.
This ain't a scene. It's a
I'm a fan.
goddamn opera.
It's a goddamn opera.
Side built.
Half Roddy over in the background. Just like
The same, it's a goddamn clusterfuck.
Oh, and we're all right close to each other.
Fair enough.
Touching the bullets.
I like this. I respect this.
I was trying to think, like,
I
how do I
respect nothing.
actually make you guys randomly appear? The only one's concerned I have to ask is which one's Austin?
He's that one.
Black and
Okay,
gold.
that's convenient.
As long as he's not like the D6.
As long as he's not in the middle. So everyone, go ahead and replace yourself with your die.
Oh.
He's replacing me for me.
This is very cool.
Tim is
I'm a big
nervous.
fan of this.
I was like, how do I make you guys all appear randomly? Here we go. Oh.
So where's the big bad evil thing?
He is the
What a cool
D20 that I rolled.
And are the other things conscious now?
They are conscious and alive.
So do we regain all of our hit points?
You guys are at max hit points.
Would this constitute as yesterday I had false life creator on?
Fucking bag it.
Out of curiosity.
Good question. Who is Austin? Because I'm pretty sure that's Tim.
I'm Tim. That's Alan. That's Brian.
What, you roll
Tony,
Tony.
That's Tony.
Greg.
That's Greg.
And John.
John.
So do I get false light greater or no?
You do.
Okay. Do I get the false light greater that I had on
The first one.
I rolled an 18 on that one. So that's
Sorry,
even better.
we're slipping up on our names.
I told you I'm bad with names. It wasn't a joke. I'm Alan.
It's okay.
So we're going to re-roll initiative.
Oh, thank God.
And this is going to get weird.
Do we still have our -4s?
It's getting weird.
Ooh, I'm going to say no. Those lasted for a minute. You were in the past. That minute hasn't started yet.
It's better.
So
Cool.
let's start with Cassandra.
It's hard 25. No, max hit points.
You are back to your full hit points.
You're right. It would have been very difficult to get lower than
Hey,
that.
no,
but
so
it
you're
could
not
have
stuck in
potentially
the
gotten
middle,
the same.
luckily.
Yeah, it could have been real bad.
Stuck
Galia,
in the middle.
what's your initiative?
This time I got a 19.
That's not a 1. Nils.
Let's see. I rolled a 9. So that's 18 for me.
Maldrick.
17.
Graham.
30.
Ren the friend.
ice cream.
Nice. 19.
Rolled very well.
You switched me CD.
I picked it up in
Dirt
broad
brush,
daylight
snoo,
and
snoo.
scratched it.
Wait, I'm just
I'm surprised how many people don't know that quote.
You are at
Snoo,
full hit
snoo?
points.
Oh, full HP.
No, you picked it up in broad daylight and you scratched it. Why would you scratch my CD?
I don't know that.
Where's that from?
quote.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's where
The Ringer.
The Ringer. Okay,
Yeah.
it's
Steve-O.
no,
No, not Steve.
the other guy,
What's-
Jackass,
Oh,
Jeff Foxworthy, not Jeff Foxworthy.
Well,
Wow,
believe it or not,
Um,
it's your turn.
Hey,
who the fuck is in Jackass?
can I hit?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen all of them.
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville.
No.
Johnny Knox.
Can I hit?
I'm
the-
pretty sure
the
Johnny
name dude
Knoxville.
From where I am.
So he has like immunity.
He pretends to be mentally handicapped to join the Special Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're
Giant
passing
Knoxville?
secret
Yeah.
messages.
Yeah. So yeah, the Ringer is Johnny Knoxville poses as a mentally handicapped person to win the Special Olympics because he was a failed athlete who couldn't make it into the Olympics or something like that.
He
was just a good athlete, maybe.
He's
And-
got jets.
And he has to pay off a lot of debt.
So
So
is
the
this
idea was
just a
to-
movie concept,
Oh.
or do you try to do this in real life?
It's a real movie.
I did say
It's
it.
an actual movie that we've seen.
But it's just a. It's not a
It's
real.
not. It's not based off real life events.
Because that'd be pretty fucked up.
Yes, that would be very fucked up. It's my DD.
That and just again, my favorite part is just like, oh yeah, we were just out here getting ice cream. When the fuck did we get ice cream?
I want ice cream.
When the fuck did we get ice
Well,
cream?
you know that. That you can do that.
Anything else I can? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was what I meant. Because it's got its thing that would, if you're...
Oh, right. Okay.
Guys,
Oh.
It would
secrets
be more
don't make
relevant
friends.
if you weren't first, but
Okay.
I guess I could just say
Yeah.
that since you're first Aries.
Can I? If I move, I'm gonna provoke, right?
No, because they haven't gone yet. They do not threaten.
Oh, well, great. That's so wonderful.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
So you only get one attack, so you might as well just move your speed up to 40 feet and go to a position you feel nice with.
right here,
Go right there. Okay, that's fine.
and then I'm gonna
We were
just
supposed to
one
guess.
attack, right?
Oh, your name's Lauren, and your favorite food
I
is
think his name's Alex.
probably lasagna
Ooh, lasagna.
That's a very good guess.
because it starts with an L also.
Ooh,
Um,
solid reasoning.
30.
But did any of our names start
That
with the
was-
same letter as our
This is just
favorite
regular.
food?
No,
BIB.
It's just... Well,
Well,
you
that
could
can't
still
be
use
it.
Deadly Aim.
That's why it has to be.
Oh.
I guess because
So would
somebody
you want
has
to
to
use
share.
Deadly Aim?
Yeah, okay, that makes
well,
sense
no, I
now.
already rolled this, so I'm just gonna do one. attack.
well, I'm a potato,
38.
and my favorite
So
food is
that-
mashed potatoes.
And
that
that's,
factors into this somehow.
23 points. of damage.
Fair.
Does anyone else have a name or favorite food for Lauren?
Alex?
Oh, it's
Pomegranates.
Pomegranates. That's a good one.
I was going to say ice cream.
Ooh, pomegranate's solid food.
It's very solid food.
I was going to say ice cream.
It has
It's
a
not a
lot.
liquid food at all.
Are you
It's got
pretty
a lot- it's got
effective
a lot of
at
very
getting
solid
the
bits of
arrows
it.
out of the pomegranate?
Your turn.
All right, I will.
Pomegranate's a pain in the butt to eat.
I'm gonna burn
It is
around,
good,
doing
but I like
Fey
pomegranate
form
flavored
1
things.
Makes
Now
it
we'll
work
go-
for the taste.
there.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Who doesn't like ice cream though?
I love ice cream. It is delicious.
Since when do we have ice cream?
We don't have ice cream, but
Yeah, we do.
Actually, we do have ice cream.
oh, we
We
do.
totally have ice cream.
Oh,
I like the challenge.
Oh, it was
Fair
when
enough.
we did the cookies. I think we still have that
We did
giant tub of
something,
ice cream.
Yeah. For some reason, we had ice cream.
Artichokes
Forgot
are
about
lit.
that ability.
I don't like artichoke. I don't like a lot of vegetables though.
I've just now been eating like artichokes. It's all about the artichoke hearts. I've just been skipping that and going to marinated artichoke hearts.
I just eat human hearts, so.
Yikes.
Who do you think you are running around, leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts
Who puts them in a jar? I just eat them right then and there.
for later?
Why would you want a pickled heart?
I just listened to a podcast the other day where that line came up.
Why?
So they were talking about I can't remember, I think the whole podcast, this episode was all about like breakups. So like songs you would listen to during a breakup. And that song came up, and one of them was like, I don't even understand it, because like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, why would he be going around with a jar of hearts? That there's a jar of broken hearts. That just seems weird. And they're like, I think that's like metaphorical.
He was genuinely like, why the fuck?
I think it's not meant to be taken literally.
Too late.
I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah.
All right, time to get that bad boy out of there.
But I do like the concept of artichoke, because you're like, let me take this thing, let me scrape what little edible things there are off of all of its leaves until I finally get to the good part of the plant.
You gotta go multiple leaves at a time, man. That's how you do the artichoke. You can't just do one leaf. You gotta do like 3 leaves at a time. Then you actually get some substance.
Do you stack them so you just go?
Yeah, you stack them, man.
I'm gonna get like 15 leaves. Just go.
Well, I think we need a to make another custom card for Cards Against Humanity of artichoke cards. You can't have just one.
Bet you can't have just one.
I wonder if there's like some kind of like nifty utensil to try to eat as many artichokes as possible.
So it pokes you. Give me a fort save.
Did it
man,
make my
that's never good.
touch AC?
Your touch AC is in 29, so yes.
Too bad we're
Fort save?
I don't like
Yeah.
rolling cards.
So I rolled an 11 on the die, so 30.
Humanity anymore.
Cool. You're good.
Spellcraft will spell. A 1 on the die, actually. Maybe not.
Like that's how you know it's a luxury.
Is it a
food.
spell or a
You have
ability?
to
It's a
take your
spell.
time with it.
Mm-hmm.
I only got a 23.
I
Take
mean,
it slowly. That's the fun.
Isn't it 10 plus?
I mean,
Sorry.
Where we're going, we
Well,
don't
guys.
need no leaves.
if anyone else rolls, they'll get it.
Anybody else with spellcraft?
Yeah.
Where we're going.
It tried to put you in a temporal stasis.
That would not have been very nice.
38.
Nah. Yeah, it tried to put you in a temporal stasis.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the scraping process is the fun part? I thought that was the annoying part of
Oh, no.
artichokes, but...
The 40-20.
Oh, that.
Do you, like, dip your artichokes in anything? Like, we used to do mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is a thing. I know
Garlic
butter is a
aioli.
thing.
Garlic butter would be good.
Garlic aioli was just fancy mayo.
Yeah, but it's good fancy mayo.
Yeah.
I would take good fancy mayo over plain mayo, so... I'm on
Boneless
board.
wings are just nuggets.
That's true.
They are.
That's true.
Right,
I
they're
make
so
sure you
delicious.
guys know that. So Brandon, I made a critical error. I didn't finish the inside before I did the outside.
Oh, no.
So you construct a 3D image using parts.
It's going to
So the critical error was I have a plant vase
Safely
left and I
over
can't
there.
see anything
So it casts a
of where to
defensive
place
save.
it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That's very rude that I got to do 2 things.
Yeah. It's also rude when you can dimension door and then do stuff. But now it'll be Gilead. Hey, funny enough, it's you haven't cast Ice Tomb on it recently. I will let you know that.
Great. Ice Tomb. I need a fortitude save.
I figured you were gonna ask, so I figured I'd just mention it because it doesn't have as good of a chance of that. Because I thought that was a will save.
Fortitude.
What was the
26.
27.
Fuck off, Brock.
Oh no.
But our
I mean-
spells are still the same, right?
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Fuck off, Alan.
Who the fuck is Brock?
Fuck if I know.
Apparently
The
he's an
character
F
from
off.
Pokemon.
Oh, you're right.
Well, my sweatshirt does say gym leader on the back, so
Does it? That's That's awesome.
Fuck you, Jim.
That's cool.
Nice.
Hey, Jim's a nice guy.
That's true. Hey, Nils.
Different Jim. Okay.
Jimmy Jim.
Oh, he's over there now?
The fuck?
I missed that.
He can jump
Oh, wait.
eventually,
Oh, of
but you
course.
can't
Hold on,
just
hold
do
on,
that
Brock.
while
I have
doing
to see if I
stuff.
do
Very
damage to it
often.
still.
If you what?
I still have to see if I do damage to it.
Oh, right.
Actually, my name's not too far off. So you don't suck. My name was close.
What was yours?
Brian.
Oh, actually,
My name is Satan.
I believe that.
8. So no.
Okay.
Have they shoved any of the little dudes?
No,
No.
no dude tank gone
Also-
yet. They're worried about getting the big dude.
Cool. So I guess I'll just go ahead and.
Oh, so that one's
Yeah, Brandon,
Oh.
Brian, same thing.
I didn't even know my name was said.
I didn't realize it was either. That was my thing, too.
So I'll go.
Rocking along now, yikes. That's fun.
That's
Yeah, we
really
already said
one.
Austin. We already said Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
We said Spike.
Come on.
What's...
Hi. You forgot my name already?
You said John, right?
No, his name's Spike. I mean, yeah, it's John.
Oh, they did call me Brandon earlier? Nice.
Oh.
See, now I'm just sad.
Good.
I mean, on the other
So-
hand,
no one needs to know who Mitch is.
It's okay. Mitch will be gone soon. Back to New York.
Yeah. Only here for 2 weeks.
Oh, you're pointing at me.
it's true.
You have acted.
So 37 now.
I just
'cause
know it exists.
Okay,
I just know Mitch exists.
35 misses you. 37. Maldrick has not acted. We can 23 to Maldrick,
Wow.
and you have
Wow.
acted. So
They
you take
haven't
10.
missed me the entire time.
That is not true. I just didn't mention when they rolled a 3 and a 1.
If I
God, not taking these attacks.
if I didn't cast a spell to increase my AC, they wouldn't have missed me once either. Because like the 2 times where it was like they were hitting only me, it was like a 40 and a 40, and I was like, rude.
So actually, only one of them hit out of the 3 and tried to do a
Wow,
random attack.
Brock.
What?
Wow.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, blame him for stuff.
Maldrick, your turn.
I mean, he's the GM. It's his fault.
That's
But everybody's at full hit points. I don't want to get up.
General manager?
Yeah.
It's just me, dude.
Or I call myself the GM because I'm the district manager.
That's how it worked when I worked at Walgreens. It's pretty much always the GM's fault.
No, that sounds about right.
Well, technically, it's the store manager's fault. I didn't know the general manager well enough to make that kind of assumption.
1,
Nor the district
Three.
manager.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And weird, you have a 15-foot reach, so okay.
Pass turn.
did you double move?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were charging.
That's I didn't think I could. It's a really awkward angle to go from here, kind of clipping through people.
Yeah.
I mean, if I go here, does that still count?
Yeah, I'll give that to you since that is
Okay.
mostly moving through an ally.
30?
Step over me. I'm not too
24
tall.
to hit him. A 30 will hit.
Oh, that's good to know.
Good. Brandon, can you go get that? Because I can't. So that's 10.
That's not Adele, is it?
No, it's
Because it's kind of a dumb song, but I kind of like it.
I kind of dig it. Who's it? Hold on. That's what that means. It might be Adele, actually. Hold on.
So 10 plus 20, 31.
It seems like it would
Damage?
be an Adele song.
After
Christina Perry?
Mildred,
Oh, I don't.
back up 2 grand.
Who do you think you are, running around leaving scars?
I don't have
Collecting
it.
your jar of hearts.
We'll just look up Jar of Heart
Turn
lyrics.
those
It'll tell you
eyes.
exactly who sang.
Christina Perry.
Christina Perry. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
The person who sang Jar of Hearts.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sorry, I read
Listen,
back.
Tim.
It is your turn, Mitch.
I'm listening.
Very grand.
Bitch.
All right.
Gren the friend.
That's not his name.
Sorry.
So
I
I think
don't
I'm
remember his other made-up name.
being too far from the main dude. I'm gonna take a full round attack on this guy closest to me here.
This
Okay.
mofo right in front of you.
This mofo right in front of my face.
In front of a
Apple shot,
face.
deadly aim, many shot. Let's go. That is a 32.
I thought you were supposed to start off the combat with a natural 20.
I know. I broke my usual theme
The
here.
last archer character we had in our game always started off combats with natural 20s.
He would have to,
can
like,
we just
confirm
go back
the
to
roll? It was
him?
just a crit.
This new guy
Um,
sucks.
Yeah, fuck this new guy. That's a 57 points of damage.
Okay.
And you rolled it twice for many shot.
Does
Yes.
28
Yeah.
confirm?
You rolled once.
Another 32 to hit.
That also hit.
Well, he just assumed that he rolled his
25
20,
points of
and then
I just assumed that would have rolled a 20.
and that was my confirmation roll.
I left my wicked dice at home.
28.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you're on a roll.
He is rolling.
32 points of damage.
Okay.
The dice are hot.
Go Grand, man. That's gonna be 17 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay.
Take that damage for granted.
For Grended. God damn it. Spencer's on fire, man.
Dude, every day. Every time.
So good. He's
Every
so-
time.
he's
I
wi-
wonder if
he's so
Spencer
sharp.
just like
Cassandra.
wakes up and like practices and
Yeah.
warms up
All
his
right,
puns.
have a good night, Lauren.
All right,
Glad you
night,
could make
Lauren.
hanging out with you.
Our next time is next Monday.
Yeah, we stream Mondays and Wednesdays.
I'll miss you.
Bye. See you
Goodbye.
later.
Dang it! Don't have improved critical. But a 40 hits.
You have improved crit?
I have so many feats and I lose half my feats as a fighter.
Oh, you do lose feats, yeah.
So
Why don't you just use a swift action and say you do? That's what I do.
um,
I
I
don't remember
deal
why you get to, but
32 damage.
Oh, right. There's the
I
magic.
apply the key.
32
32.
against that one.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to take any attacks of opportunity against me or not. I think I moved out of all 3 threatened spaces.
Oh, you
wants
ran up
to.
there. Oh, wrong dude.
I'd feel bad if you weren't looking at what I did and you didn't notice you could. And I didn't
seems fair.
charge, so 37 still for the AC.
Okay. Because, yeah, so, yeah, you were there. It's 27 hit.
I mean, you're the DM. You can make a hit if you really want to, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
Well, that is technically
Really
correct,
appreciate
but
it.
I'm not going to do that. Because when we roll 3, 5, and a 6, yeah.
I like how single-minded Cassandra and Maldrick are. They're like, the other things literally don't matter.
The other things won't reset the fight.
Tis true.
But, like, this is literally, I think, Cassandra and Maldrick's, like, MO.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go
If
after the important
we
thing.
could be anime's characters fighting over which one of us would be fighting the big boss, we would.
I don't care who fights the big boss. I just want the big boss to
I also
be
don't
dead.
care who fights the big boss.
I want them dead.
I just care that I can't actually shoot the big boss. So I shoot
So you did see him walk up next to him and shoot him.
that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, at that point,
I feel like I got skipped at some point, but
Did I?
I wonder, could we
Have you
make some
taken
kind
a
of,
turn?
like...
nope.
No, maybe I did.
So go twice?
Go twice.
We wouldn't have had a second turn yet, but yeah.
Can we make some kind of wisdom roll to catch what Matt did or anything?
Yes. I
Plus
was going
0.
to mention on his turn, but I missed his turn, apparently.
Plus 0 to the 10. I have a 0 wisdom on it.
You said that for some reason.
26 wisdom check.
We'll go figure you caught it.
Okay.
So you're shooting the one next to you?
Yes.
Or,
That if you're within adjacent, you can actually shoot the guy.
well, you did the big guy.
Yeah.
He has to be adjacent to. The other 3, doesn't matter.
30.
That'll hit.
Yay. 25 or 35.
That'll also hit. Okay, now these guys suck at getting their attack for opportunities.
Well, that's because they've already died. They shouldn't be here by rights.
Well, most of them have died twice, but then you went backwards, so they haven't died yet.
35
Okay. This one might explode.
and 27.
Yes.
I'm just mad the main guy moved, so I didn't get a full round attack.
Yes.
Oh, I don't care. One way or the other.
That's fair.
That's a really bad set of dice. Like 1s and 2s.
Who do you think you are, Spencer?
Well, not
John?
Spencer.
John.
No. Lauren totally left. So
Oh,
we're
that's a
allowed to
good
say
point.
everybody's totally real names now.
She go.
She gone.
Still don't know
There
who
is-
this Mitch guy
Nils.
is.
There is no way
31.
we can look up people's
For the first one, okay.
recordings after they've made them.
Nope.
What if she's
No
just
way.
bamboozling us so we will talk
Yeah.
with our guard
That
down
sounds
She's still
hysterical,
here.
actually.
and reveal our names?
Then she gets to be an instant
22?
VIP fan favorite, the ultimate person ever.
Yeah.
21.
She's cheated the system.
No, she just knew the appropriate way to
20.
play the game.
Yeah.
Play the game. Play the game.
I mean, yeah, if she did that, I'd say give her regular status already.
That would just be dope.
She's like, yes, it works.
Just like, boys, we've been bamboozled.
So,
Heckin' bamboozle.
it is its turn.
I think at that point she just
It's
pulls them hot.
wants to...
Send us back in time.
Not exactly.
Send
Whoever
us
can, which you for sure is spellcraft. You're probably watching.
Okay.
I don't have spellcraft.
I'm aware.
So 19 on the die this time.
40.
Not quite that.
That's how spellcraft works. You just like
41.
know it after a certain while.
I had 25.
Oh, I just rolled better. I only
Hey,
had
Gothin's
22.
about to cast Time Stop.
Literally. And it's casting
That's a
time
cool
stop.
spell.
So do we get any saves against that or no?
No.
Nope.
It doesn't do anything to
gets
us.
to.
This is the thing that Poshman used that was super awesome in the time skip.
So
Yeah.
it gets a
Mine was
D4
extended, though.
Yes, that was stupid. D4 plus 1 rounds.
I mentioned it last time.
Yeah.
I just cut my
2d4
sock
plus
and
2
fell off.
rounds.
It just doing stuff. It can't directly interact with you guys
That's
because
what
you're
we
not
hardly use,
affected
too.
by time stop.
I
Um,
think, I mean, again, it's not for me because I wear socks all the time. That would suck. But I think it's from.
but Maldrick for sure notices that when it does that, something glows on him again.
So you just have equipment that stops this thing?
Fight the urge to play Maldrick to the nth of Maldrick and just be like, all right, big guy, hold a second.
So
Walk over
it's
and
gonna get a D4
start
plus
poking
1
around.
turns to do things. So, Clear, your turn.
Oh, okay.
Do we not know what it did?
You know it did time stop,
But we don't know what it casts on Time Stop.
Yep.
and it is still there.
Who's going to attack the thing right next to me?
So you go to make an attack like you're about to, and you realize it's frozen.
The creature?
Wait.
It casts time stop.
And
You
then
guys
all the other
are
ones were
still
affected by
moving.
Time
Those
Stop.
3 are frozen,
Oh, because of Matt's
We're
item.
in the time stop.
We're in
which
the
means
time
you
stop.
guys can interact and attack each other, and it.
Okay.
So you're like, oh, so you don't use your turn doing that.
Convenient.
No, instead I use my turn to go all the way across the battlefield. Great.
I don't know what you got in your arsenal necessarily.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You just walk literally over it. Just step on
60,
top.
and then-
Close enough. It can't do anything to him.
I
Basically.
can fight it there then.
That's fair. Yeah.
So we can't hurt. Or,
You can because multiple people. You can't affect other people
Not
directly
in
who
the-
aren't affected by it. If multiple people are in it, you can all affect each other.
So when Mitch did this in my game where we did the time skip,
Hey, no, it's
he
your
kept
turn.
putting people in force boxes.
Yes.
So yeah,
He
Matt,
wasn't interacting with the person.
Time
it's just-
Stop says you cannot interact with anybody outside of Time Stop.
Ah.
So if you're the only one in it, you can only basically buff yourself.
Oh.
But you can also do battlefield control. So Mitch used Wall of Force to create boxes.
And put everyone in boxes.
Oh my god, just now?
No.
No.
Oh.
Before. It
Well,
was
then
another
we
In
were
the
character.
first
starting
session
my-
of his game.
campaign. I did
And-
the time jump
Oh,
forward.
I had
Yeah.
all the time in the world too, because I got twice
So
the
you
usual
can,
length of time
if
stop.
you're next to it, you can just affect it normally.
That's amazing.
Is what you realize
Oh,
because
it was
that's
so
what
much
you did.
fun. Cool.
Yeah.
Play the game. What am I? 30 move speed.
Oh, Mitch, I assume your answer is yes, but are you busy on Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
You have a D&D?
Oh, we were just thinking maybe a board game night would be fun or something, and also building our 5e characters.
Mhm.
Are we going to be rolling ability scores or point by?
Don't say roll, Brandon will break it.
46 drop the lowest.
Damn it. Wait, what day are we doing this?
Next Tuesday.
To be fair,
Oh, we're doing that.
we did
okay.
just finish
Well, that's
like
when we're
an
playing the
arc
campaign.
with my game.
Oh, we're building characters
I could
first.
skip a Friday,
So
Okay.
double move, I get
Oh,
here.
we're building characters.
you
on
wanna
Friday.
hang out.
Damn, hold on.
which I totally do.
Then we're hanging out on Friday.
Because now, the more things we do in my game, the closer we are to
Okay,
me
so
actually
I'm
having
next
to
the guy
prepare
that I
things
just
to do.
kinda, like ran.
Okay.
So I can't do anything else.
Okay, are
What
you
a
free
turd.
earlier in the day, huh?
You're absolutely
Well,
right.
I mean, I'm off, but I know he works during the day. He works during the day. He works during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just free. I'm just busy in the evening. So.
What time during the evening?
Like, not till like 7-ish. I
Okay, well then I'm not doing anything with you guys.
think.
I mean, and then I'll babysit probably. Eric's working, I think, just up in Placerville, so I'll probably be babysitting
Yeah, I
like
guess if it's going to be during the
3
day,
to 4,
I really can't
maybe
do
up
anything
to
either.
4:30.
On Friday. Okay. Gotcha.
So
We'll find the time. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to play this campaign with you. I think you're gonna like it.
are you gonna use
I'm
the
They're
fire
frozen.
create
Magic.
Huh?
Not Sirens.
They're
but on the
frozen.
playlist.
So Maldrick.
Music.
Sweet.
I can hurt the big bad?
Yeah. I think it's gonna hurt too.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
And +2 because it's flanked.
Yeah.
It is flanked.
I'm just gonna full swing it, which means a vital strike, destructive strike rage.
That's gonna hurt.
35.
It's gonna get smacked.
Just double checking that. That's 4.
Yeah, you're disintegrate. Does anything do as much dice as disintegrate? if it's
Nothing.
successful?
Dice? No. Nothing does quite per cast level like Disintegrate does.
What is it if you save?
5d6.
5.
Oh, at least
So it's safe for partial
Yeah.
is the drawback. But usually
mean-
that's fine.
safe
It's also
for
a forward save, which is great against
a lot of things.
Fighters or upfront people.
Mhm.
Or huge size cyclops.
Yeah. True.
Oh, he's stacking.
That's 56. Oh, sorry, 56 plus 32. So 88.
Nice.
Not dead yet.
I like it. I like it.
Quite dead. No, he says he's not dead.
He says he's not dead yet.
I'm feeling better. That guy must
So-
be a king.
Great.
No.
He's not
got
covered in
shit.
shit.
He gets shit all over him.
Ren the friend. What are you doing?
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the only thing I can do is move up to try and move as close as I can, so I'm just going to double move so I'm up next to him, and then that's my turn.
My friend Green.
Right
You can
about-
charge to there.
Yeah. Charge?
Yeah.
Do I get to attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take one
You
attack
move,
at a
you
+2.
move double your speed.
Uh-huh.
You get 1 attack. You get a +2 on that attack. You get a -2 to your AC for that round.
Okay, let's do that. Full bab attack?
Yeah, you're your highest speed. But remember, it's not the -2 one. It's the because you're not rapid shotting.
Oh, so it's literally just the base one.
Can
Okay,
you do
normal
many
attack.
shot with this though?
No,
No,
many
no,
shots
no.
only on a full round.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Just the caveat.
Okay. 39.
Yes, you hit.
That is 19 points of damage.
Nice.
Take that. So so AC is -2 for this round. Got it.
Cassandra.
All right, I'll just start Waylon. So strike 1 with
Wayland of Wayland Enterprises.
46, blinking 48.
Yep.
And then second attack with that blade is a 28.
Yeah, no.
All right, then other blade. 11 plus 23, 34, 36.
Yeah.
So I will get 2 weapon rend. That's a 1, and then last attack at plus 13
I think dead on the first hit, but yeah.
is 20, so that's a miss. So we have
There's Neville.
D6 plus 26, so we have 29.
It's dead.
Oh,
He's gone?
He
Yeah.
said I think it's on the first
it's
hit.
gone.
So I'm pretty sure it's dead on the first hit.
We got him.
We got him, boys.
The awkward part is you guys have like 2 more rounds of just
So what happens? Like, can we literally like go to hit the things and we just like bounce off like we can't affect it, or
Yeah. you can't actually like hurt them, interact with them directly until time
Cannot
freezes.
interact with them.
Should I even waste a heroism?
No.
So I'm basically you could sit there and be like, okay, as soon as they move, because I don't know when actually this ends, and they move a little bit. Like,
Yeah, can we all just ready actions to like
basically
attack when they unfreeze?
they're gonna die like little bitches.
Which one is
Oh,
it? I think it's Viridian Gate Online. The main
BGO.
character, the main character in that has a very similar ability, but he gets it really early. So
Which ability? The time stop?
basically, it's time stop.
Oh.
But like, and it has a very similar thing where you can't affect things that aren't in it. But like, what he does is like, he does it to get around it. He's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna and let go mid swing.
Let go, mid swing.
God.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah.
So it's not gonna move out of the way. It doesn't have time. But
Literally.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Oh, once you get into the meta, that's why I like lit RPGs, is to get to the meta, where they're trying to use their abilities in the best, like, most efficient way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're not like in that super mechanical like video game MMORPG that we understand today, what things you can do.
Right.
So it'd be really interesting, like
When it gets to
in
the
a
point where it's
multiplayer-
hyper realistic.
in a multiplayer game, you could never do a time skip because you wouldn't freeze the other opponents. But in a lit RPG, your mind would just process faster.
Well, you could. Their screen would just stop moving.
Mm-hmm.
They'd still be able to think, but their image would stop, and your image would keep going.
Well, like in a video game right now, as we understand it, when you're playing WoW,
Well,
No.
okay, so Austin's correct. You could. They just would never do that.
I mean, there are things that stun people, but other than minor stuns.
Yeah.
For a time stop to work, you'd have to have a 1v1 fight where the other person would suddenly have immunity to damage, and their screen would stay static the last image they saw before time stop was cast. And the other person would get a chance to do their buffs and set up some stuff, and then once time stop ended, the image would start to become a video again, and you'd roll through it again.
So are we fighting them, or are we just saying they're
But in
dead?
these lit RPGs,
They're
your
gonna
brain
just
just
die.
literally goes faster.
Okay.
They don't do enough damage for me
Right.
to worry about it.
I like, I think it's
When you
Ascend where
guys
he
can
does his
literally
homework
sit there and
online.
do that
Yes.
for it.
That was
At
the
least once
silliest
instant
shit.
it, probably.
Yeah, in Ascend Online, the main character ends up dropping out of school to like homeschool himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think his aunt
Yeah.
homeschools him, like officially. But he does all of his coursework in the game that has a 4-to-1 time compression ratio, and then he accesses a time dilation of another like 4 or 6-to-1 ratio. So he's doing his homework at like 16 to 24 times the speed of a normal person.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Because he has a
Look at all these
skill.
things he can read. Look at all these things he can do.
Mhm. So the game itself runs 4 times faster than real life. So that you're not spending an hour in game, you know, you're not walking literally
Right.
for your entire play session today.
Right.
Right.
So the game's sped up, but you can still comprehend everything. The game, you know, basically translates it in a way where you can comprehend all the data. And he figures this out, like, oh yeah, I can read a book in here while I'm waiting for someone to like show up to this place, and then I remember the book still. He also has a skill that lets him go slow it down even more. You can craft some bone stuff. He makes like he's a necromancer, so he can do constructions out of bone.
Did you say Ascend or Awaken?
I think
Awaken?
this is Awaken.
Yeah, wait.
I just
He
started
said
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So he ends up going like, hey, what if I did my homework here?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, look, I do my entire week's worth of work in like an hour and a half. Cool. That leaves the rest of the week to jump out for 3 meals a day and a shower and play the game.
Yep.
And, oh, is he a clever bitch? That's a good one.
They
So,
talk about
It's a
that
little
quite a
OP
bit.
on the cleverness, but it's
A
still fun.
lot OP on the
Well,
cleverness.
let's go ahead and finish this up.
The bone crafting.
So
Just a little-
you guys sit
Bone crafting
there,
is one thing, and
trap,
just
wait, and then deck those things.
the being
Yeah,
able to
I'm not
create
gonna
an
worry about it too
entire
terribly
horde
much,
of
to be fair.
zombies
Yeah.
was a little oppressive
Yeah.
gameplay wise.
The main character being a necromancer, thinking
Oh.
all the things that necromancers can do.
But yeah, so now all the things are dead. You guys killed a little time dimensional,
Nice.
and it's other little things it had with
So we
it.
go back to town. Do we find ourselves?
Yeah, what point in time do we go back?
You guys realize it was about the same point in time as the first one, it looked like?
So for the third time, he releases slaves to kill the slave masters, set fire to the government's engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Like, we're really tired of doing
But
this.
this time it all works out in the end.
So, I think
Stay
he,
awake.
after the fight, ends up leaving.
I peace out.
So you guys
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Just slip
kill
away.
his stuff, and he's just like, okay, and just walks away.
No thanks.
I
Walks
slip
up
away
into the
to
sunset.
Thanks, Duran.
I mean, it's like midday, so no.
I'm in the middle
But it
of
has
nowhere.
that same effect.
I slip off. I try and slip off into the shadows and realize there's no shadows, so I'm
Yeah.
just standing there in the
So
sunlight.
as he's staring at you, like, you're not hiding from me.
I failed my stealth check.
I mean, what do you
Yes.
add to stealth?
Well, actually, 27.
Failed.
Oh, I don't even have to like roll.
I'm like doing the Kronk thing where I'm like, ah.
If you roll a 20, you only escape 4.
Nice. Well, we can still see.
Hey, if I turn back into normal size and take my armor off, I think I had like a 23 to stealth.
Yikes.
Yeah, I think I remember you going over that. So you guys go through, you do stuff. I'm not gonna make you roleplay this stuff. I've literally already made you roleplay.
Oh, that's really convenient of you.
That's fair.
Because I'm just not gonna be a rude jerk like that. So you guys put in the manifesto, firebombed, ran away, released slaves, killed slave owners. People were liking the idea and going with you guys. You were getting distraction, forming basically some sort of like a revolution, riot-ish, depending on what part of town you're in. To the point where it really starts to draw some Chilaxian attention to you guys. And that was what I was going to do. I was going to bring in some ships and some troops. You guys were just going to like confiscate a ship.
Oh, that's right. I was wondering to myself this whole time, because I'm trying to remember, like, how was this going to accomplish us blowing up a bridge?
Because we're gonna steal
You
boat.
pull
We're
it
going to steal one of
to-
their boats
And then one of the boats
and
come
use
in,
their
and you
artillery
just
to
can't
take
do
out,
that.
take
And
out
you just
the
kind of like
bridge.
sail out long if like they can't get here quick enough. Start shooting it. And you just like shoot a few pillars and stuff, and part of the bridge collapse. And I can't hit. Good luck fixing that. It's gonna take you. Good luck.
I still like the Flying Dutchman plan.
Or we throw the Flying Dutchman onto the bridge?
Step 6, profit.
Yeah, I forgot about that until Spencer's like, and on day 3000 something, we find the Flying Dutchman. I was like, oh damn it.
That's fun.
They had this
Been a
very
rough
elaborate
time.
plan to go find the Flying Dutchman and use all of his trade to put it on the bridge, and it attracts people, and they use them to like jump and like somehow the weight collapses or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, because the Flying Dutchman has lots of treasure on it. I think that's what it was. And then the treasure can be used to
Draw in a bunch of people.
draw the citizens of the town. That can be used to then do one big jump, and then the sheer weight of the entire town, this one segment of the bridge, will collapse the bridge.
You know, that sort of thing.
At least that was the idea.
Yeah.
So, at this point, you guys do complete the mission. It would probably take a couple more days, maybe a week, just for everything that end up happening. But essentially, that's what it does. You guys totally weren't Taldor's, and you totally didn't realize later that Taldor wasn't set up and blamed for all this and stuff like that. Well, whatever. They originally posed as being people from their country when they talked to a noble about it. But then, like, no, we're not going to. We're going to let her plant it because she seems smart and clever enough. And that kind of was totally the idea.
Outdoor and infiltration team.
Nice.
The tit. Tit.
Or the tit.
With a tip.
They're the tits. If you,
Not to be confused with a Taldoran assassination team. The TAT.
The tat.
Tit tat.
or the tit or the tat.
The tit for tat.
Okay. Oh.
The Tal'Darim
The
invasion
4
team.
for
tat.
4.
The 4 for 4.
I heard that joke numerous times in that book. So,
This is so long off and it's not really fresh anymore.
But it is still never
but you always
frozen.
gotta keep it fresh. So, in the grand scheme of things, the whole point of this was to basically kind of give Chillax that one last push so that they would go do things as they originally did, because you actually helped Cheliax, so then you had to do something against Cheliax. So it kind of just balanced itself back out. And it did that. Not in the same timeline, but close enough to have the same effects.
Cool.
So, I will finish fleshing out details of what exactly it is you guys will be doing next time. But it will be more fun, maybe messing with a specific queen who, I don't know, took some little test to go like ascend or something.
Ooh.
Something along those lines. Because, yeah, that's one way to really hinder Cheliax is make it so this queen who ascends to a god doesn't ascend to be a god.
Nice.
Yeah, that
Sort of thing.
You know.
So you guys will be 15th level, as I mentioned earlier.
Yay. Sweet.
Fucking chiliacs. There was.
It depends on the campaign. Sometimes they like chiliacs, sometimes they hate them. Sometimes
No,
they work for them.
You know what? I don't think any of my characters have been particular fans of Cheliacs.
That's true.
That's fair.
I've had one.
One of my characters used Cheliax to her advantage, but yeah, I didn't
Same.
necessarily like.
You definitely started out this campaign as a Shalaxian loyalist.
Oh, this one did, yes.
That's
You're
fair.
Yeah,
correct.
we said characters. Any of our characters, period.
I forgot about
Got
that.
level 6 Gren.
At the
got
very
level
least,
14
I
Gren.
actually
level
like
11
just
grand.
Really?
hated the
Well,
royal
it's Austin's
line.
campaign. You playing on Monday?
Oh yeah.
You can be a level 11 grand on a pirate ship with
Excellent.
pirates.
I feel like Gren would do well on a pirate ship.
Yay,
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We will
Gren,
find out.
Maybe the ultimate plot twist is that Gren is an interdimensional traveler, and
That's one way to be a bounty hunter. You're gonna find all sorts of bounties that
he's
way.
an interdimensional bounty hunter. So like, no matter what the story is or the campaign is, he always just finds.
Fuck you, coming aboard, Captain.
So I have decided that doesn't matter what campaign Matt plays in, it doesn't have to be a fighter, but it always has to be named Gren.
He always has to be. He's always a lizard folk named Gren.
I think in next Wednesday in Wendy's, his name also has to be Gren.
Yes, I agree. He's a lizard folk named Gren.
Probably
The lusty Argonian Gren.
Yeah. He's like a worker at Carl's Jr.
But that would be it for that. You guys get to spend some money on some things and stuff.
All right, we'll see you next time.
All right, see you
Bye.
later, everybody.